Please don't spoil the movie.
By adding your own soundtrack. And action! Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Jon Snow.
My name is Kelly Kapoor.
I feel like we used that before.
I have not.
Okay.
Nice try.
How do you know? You know that for a fact?
Yes, I'm 100% positive. You know how I got there? I looked at my book collection here. I saw Mindy Kaling's memoir.
Kaling's?
Kaling, whatever her last name is.
And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie, a podcast brought to you by sisters who love each other.
Upon occasion. What was your name?
Jon Snow.
Oh, from that show. Winter's coming.
Close.
Game of Thrones.
There we go.
All right, what's going on? What's all the haps?
Everything's okay. I hate this time of year. It's so sad and depressing, and I don't want to do anything.
This is actually supposed to be one of the most magical times of the year.
I'm actually over.
Some people would argue.
I'm over the holidays. I don't want to do them. I just want to. I don't want to feel.
I love the holiday season. I get multiple days off from work. I get days off from practice. I can just be in my bed and sleep.
I don't get to do that. I feel like
You
I don't have that. I took off Friday.
Work for university.
And I took off Friday.
Oh God.
That's just
they don't even give you off Friday? That's crazy.
And I kind of just want, I might just leave half day Wednesday. Call it. Be like, I'm out.
They literally only give you Thursday off.
Yeah, girl.
I was pissed that I tried to take off work tomorrow, half a day tomorrow, and I got denied. I was pissed.
Why did they deny you?
Because we're in the middle of processing, and we have our priority deadline is just for like applications and stuff is December 1st, and she's like, no one can take off of work because everyone has to process all the applications they have before December 1st.
Well, I wasn't gonna do it on a half day anyways, man. Let me go home. I was going to work hard the day before Thanksgiving anyways. Let me go.
Yeah.
It's annoying. God, I don't know what happened. Someone denied me. I'd be like,
Oh, she does it all the time. Now, just moving forward, I'm just like going to not show up to work and be like, I'm sick. Because she does this to me all the time. I'm like, all right, bitch. Now I'll fix you. I won't give you any warning. I just won't come.
Yeah, I'm not coming anyways.
Right. She does this to me all the time.
We should be denying you.
And it's always like it's half day stuff. Like I remember when I went to Labor Day weekend, when I went to go see Carmen, I think I tried to do half a day Friday when I was leaving or when I came back. And she denied it. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'd have been, you gotta email her. It's like, I saw you denied this. I'm still not coming. Or like, can you explain why you denied this?
Your beef? Yeah. No, I was like, so why did you deny this? And she was like, but you can take it up with your immediate supervisor and see what she says. And that's what I'll do, bitch.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is give management a hard time. You have to. Oh, You think you're going to tell me something in a smart way? Oh, we started. hope your day's ruined.
Me and her will go back and forth
I'm not,
all day.
Yes.
You think you got time? I got all the time.
Yes. Let's ruin both our days.
Literally.
Because now you need to know if there's something you need to talk to me about that might piss me off, you'll think twice about it.
Right.
Bringing it up.
You'll think twice.
Yeah.
Before doing such.
It's like, should I bring it up or should I let it slide?
What else is going on?
Movie-wise, I've been really into watching the old school Batmans. I don't know why, like with like the Riddler and like Penguin, and the old like the White Catwoman.
Like with Michael Keaton?
Not the first one.
George Clooney.
I think the other guy's name is Vale something.
Oh, him, yeah, Vale.
And there's another guy that I can't think
Val
of.
Kilmer or something like that.
Yeah, and there's another guy I can't think the name of.
That's not
George Clooney, because they only did or Vale.
No.
Or Michael Keaton.
No.
Oh.
The other one. The more recent one before.
I'm not watching
freaking Ben Affleck. And
no, I'm not watching the dark. I'm watching the campy Batmans. Like, these are like fun.
Not the campy.
Like, these are like fun. Yeah. I get the
They're like Tim Burton.
Yeah, I'm watching those. I'm not watching like, okay, let me get in a mindset.
Right.
You talking about Robert Pattinson? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the main one, the one that everyone, he's like.
Yes, he is my favorite Batman. I will say that.
What's his name? Why do I not know his name? Don't say it once you Google it. Oh my gosh.
You want me to give you a hint?
Give me the letter of his first name.
C.
Christian Bale?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, he's my favorite Batman. I do love him. But no, I didn't feel like being in a dark place. I just wanted to watch something fun. I really love what's his name? Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Fun.
Yeah, he's great. Jim Carrey's great in everything he does.
Yeah. Bring him back. I think. I don't know.
What else?
What else have I been watching? I finally finished because I told you I was watching Fall of the House of Usher, and I watched the other shows that guy did. I finished The Haunting of Hall Manor. I forgot what that one was called, but I just finished the other one they had, The Haunting of Bale Manor. That one was kind of slow, but I was like, thank God I finished that one.
Wait, there's The Haunting of Vale Manor.
There's a haunting of.
There's 2 hauntings.
Yeah, I think the first one that came out was The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Bale Manor, and then the last one that the guy created.
Is The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Vale Manor 2 separate shows?
Yes.
There's no relation.
It's giving like American Horror Story where he like reuses the cast, but no relation whatsoever. The only thing they have in common is like a haunted house. But I think he also did The Fall of the House of Usher, and that has nothing to do with a haunted house per se, but it is kind of haunted.
I see.
But that one, The Fall of the House of Usher, never was not interested. So good. I think you should watch it. It's a little gruesome.
I'm just
because they die in tragic ways. Yeah, but
all of them,
all of the children. Yes. Each episode is about a death of a child.
No, thank you.
But they're grown adults, and they're not that great people.
What do you mean they're grown adults? I thought you just said they're children.
They're his children. Yes, I mean they're his children.
Whose children?
Oh, so the main guy, he owns like $1 billion pharmaceutical company that kills people every year or something like that, and he has rich children. I think 2 of them are like legitimate, and like 4 of them are bastards.
Okay.
So each episode, each of his children die, leading up to the grand finale. Spoiler alert, but
so we're watching children die.
They're the youngest one. The first one that died, he was 21.
Oh, so they're not children. Kids,
yeah.
Though. Okay.
His.
Okay.
I don't know another word for
his kids that are grown adults. I don't know.
I said they were adults.
Okay. I was
children,
confused.
Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Not babies, but like
grown. His grown
kids who are kind of bad people. Not as bad as him. Some are worse than others, but
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's really good. It's so interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting.
What have I been watching?
Yeah, you see anything?
I literally don't think I've seen anything.
Anything to get you into holiday spirit?
No.
Do you have a go-to Thanksgiving movie?
There is no Thanksgiving movie.
No, there isn't.
That doesn't exist.
Can I have one? I wish they did.
You know, I think Tiffany Haddish is in one. A Thanksgiving movie.
What
with that white guy who was like really... We saw him a lot for like 2 years and we don't really see him anymore.
He was like, I want to work, and then he stopped. Wait, which white guy? Let me see. I'm gonna throw
maybe
out
like 4 years. We saw him a lot for like 3-4 years, and like we don't really see him anymore.
Ooh.
Don't you hate when people have those phases?
The After Party? No, that's a show. I don't know who you're talking about.
Google Thanksgiving movie Tiffany Haddish.
Bah, I don't know what it is. This guy? It's called The Oath. This white man?
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't know how to pronounce that. Ike Burr.
He was on Kimmy, like Mindy show.
The Mindy Project.
Mindy Project,
he played the nurse, Morgan.
Oh yeah, he was on The Neighbors. He's funny. And he's on The After Party with her. I think there's a new show that came out, but
I don't know
back
what that
together. I'm just ready for... Actually, I'm not ready for any holidays. I'm ready for them to be over. I need a break from the holidays.
I love the holiday season.
Then I also have to go visit Chancellor's family. That's another like add-on.
When you going to go see them?
I think I'm gonna do them first and then come back here and spend the rest of the time.
You gonna bring Chancellor with you? Or he's gonna stay over there?
I don't know when he's gonna leave, but I told his ass if he don't. At first, he was trying to say he didn't plan on doing both, and I was like, "LOL." So just know I'm not. I won't be making an effort for Christmas,
Right.
or like, you better pick one.
Right.
Because his mom already expects me. So I was like, well, you got to tell her, because if you ain't going to neither of them, I'm not going to make an effort. It's not. I'm not doing this because I like it. Like, I just love going to two Thanksgiving. Yes. I'm trying to please everyone. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. So no, if you think you don't have to do it, then I don't have to do it either. It's over with.
Period. What's going on in pop culture? Let's see. Did you, first of all, I would like to say that Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift for clout. I feel like we've never talked about that. I would really like to point that out. I hope no one takes this relationship seriously because he does not.
I don't take any of her relationship seriously. I mean, she's dating him for a new album.
I'm just like, I really can't even understand how she could, or anybody, could look at his past girlfriends. And be
Were they all black?
All black women.
Really?
He used to have a reality show, right?
I didn't know that.
No one really knew it.
Before football?
No, it was like a dating show.
Oh.
He used to have, don't know what it came on. I don't know.
I'll figure it out. Keep talking.
Yeah. Used to have a, I didn't watch it, but whatever. Used to have a reality dating show. Almost like at least 70% of the women on there were black. Picks a black girl. Dates her. I think he's dated a girl in between that, this girl from the reality show, and then his most recent girlfriend before Taylor Swift that he had been dating for like 3
that
years
girl now
was also a black girl.
I can't tell what this is on. Maybe NBC. Yeah, Catching Kelce.
NBC?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, really?
I think so.
So clearly, you go from fine black woman to fine black woman to fine black woman. And then you date Taylor Swift?
Yeah, he's definitely... It's
like, who are you trying to kid here? We know she's not your type. Like, you have no attraction to her. You've dated black women with, like, the fattest of asses. And you're dating Taylor Swift, who was, like, a twig. Who literally, if you turn her to the side, she disappears.
I didn't know his last girlfriend, or his girlfriends before his last girlfriend, were also black. That's hilarious.
And it's just, like, how do you go from a black woman to Taylor Swift? Like, I don't understand
Someone tweeted...
And no one's questioning it. No one's talking about it.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the only reason...
He's doing all of this for clout.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's tired of living in Patrick Mahomes' shadow, and he's like, I need to date the most popular pop star in the world.
Right, how do they figure out these contracts?
Like, literally, and he's not even her type. Because
she likes skinnier, scrawny.
Yes, skinny, scrawny, grungy white men.
Yeah.
Y'all are maybe attracted to an artist.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't attracted to either of each other's. What's happening? Why are we here? Why are we doing this?
She's like, let's try a football player.
Every time I see it, I'm disgusted at it, and I can't wait for them to break up.
You used to throw me footballs on the field, but now you don't show up for me.
For the freaking breakup album.
Yes.
And then he'll go back to dating black women, and everything will be right in the world.
Someone tweeted, are we going to talk about how Travis Kelce is, I don't know, getting rid of his black vibe? And she was like, I appreciate him going back to his people, or something like that. What she said?
Going back to his roots.
His roots. And I was like, LOL. Because I know his mom was like, what are we doing here?
I know. I bet his mom is like, oh, thank God.
What are we?
Thank God.
What direction are we going?
Well, while you find that. Also...
Yeah.
Kiki and her baby daddy.
Oof.
Girl, you gotta be careful who you lay down with.
Oh, someone said this is what it was. Travis Kelce, rebranded as a white man, has been wild to witness. I'm glad he went home to his people, though. But yes,
I'm not
Kiki.
here for it.
Poor Kiki.
Oh, Jesus. Have you heard the recording of, like, him... Kiki's baby daddy. I don't know his name. Damus, Deidris.
We don't need to say.
Doris, Demarcus, whatever his name is.
Kiki's baby father.
Yeah,
baby daddy.
the father of her child. And him and her mom on the phone for like 6 minutes.
I heard parts of it.
It's like literally hilarious.
I heard her call him like crazy, and I was like, yeah, he was.
She's going in on him, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, he talks weird.
Yeah, I'm like, why is he? First of all, I was like, how can she even stand his voice? His voice, he said literally next to like 10 words on the phone call. In all 10 words, his voice was driving me insane.
Because he's preparing to gaslight her and then painting her as this angry black woman. He knows what he's doing. He's like, oh yeah, look at me. I'm so fucking calm.
I'm so calm. Girl, her mama was going in on him. It was hilarious.
When she said Usher was gay, I said,
yeah,
oh,
I was like, oh God.
Don't bring Usher
she was just going crazy.
Yeah. She said the Usher thing was the problem. He's gay.
I was just so confused by it all because the mom's on the phone going in on him. He's on the phone with the mom, but then Kiki's in the room. Not with the mom, but with him. And she's like not saying anything.
That must have been before.
No, I think this is like after. It's just so.
See, I don't
know if this is when they were together. It might have been. This is them together or during a fight, and he just recorded it and dropped it. I don't know when this conversation, but it was just so weird to me that she was just she's in the room. No, I think it's after they broken up because she's like, he has said something about like, I don't care about her.
Oh yeah,
I'm here for my son or something like that.
But
it's obviously after the Usher thing.
Yeah, but before the.
But then they got back together after
the it must have been doing that. But before the obviously the...
Right.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I say all that to say, you gotta be careful who you have babies with. Jesus.
I mean, we knew. Because what kind of crazy person tweets that shit? That's a red flag. Throw it in the air.
And she got back together with him, which I knew she was gonna do. I knew she was gonna do it.
Which is fine.
Which is fine. I get it. I wanted it to work out for them, but he's crazy.
But not this bum mother lover.
Also crazy people, P. Diddy.
Oh my God. I thought that P. Diddy's crash was going to be like, finally, we're talking about the fact that he was messing with them boys for making the band when they were children. That's what I was waiting for.
Oh.
I didn't think it was going to be Cassidy. What is it?
Casey?
No.
Cassie. Sure.
Cassie.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be Cassie. To be truthfully honest, I didn't realize they were dating for so long. I didn't realize they
dated for like 12 years.
I didn't realize they dated until they broke up. And she found that her new husband that she loves forever. Like, I really didn't pay attention to the relationship at all.
They broke up and then, she turned around and found this loving white man who she had a baby with.
Two beautiful daughters, I think. Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean? I don't know.
I don't know what the gender of the babies are. I don't know if they're daughters, girls, boys.
I think they're girls. But I was like, wow, good for you, girl. Drag them.
It was crazy.
We've been waiting for this.
I just did not see... I don't know. I just feel like at this point, are we just waiting to see which man is like outed now? Right. It's just like, who's next? Snoop Dogg? Who's after that? Dr. Dre? Who's after him?
I follow this girl on Instagram. She posts like, I don't know, like black stuff like in social media and basically like, and she posted something saying like, time's up for hip hop. Like y'all have to do your comeuppance. Like y'all have had some messed up stuff and y'all need to like get it out.
Like literally all of them.
Oh, she was like, it's time for hip hop to have their Me Too movement or something like that.
Oh,
and she was like, it's coming. Yeah. Y'all will have to pay up.
Right.
Because P. Diddy gotta be behind R. Kelly. I feel like he's up there.
I mean,
I feel like P. Diddy does some weird stuff.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, what she outlined in the
it's crazy.
Crazy.
But I feel like he does the weird stuff to everybody. I know. I'm sure in his relationships he's worse, but I feel like I really do think he was messing with them little boys for making the band. Like I feel like he's into some like low key R. Kelly power
I feel like
trip
something
shit.
in there.
And like, how much power does he have? He blew up Kid Cudi's car.
Oh right.
He didn't say nothing.
That's actually really crazy.
He probably killed Biggie, allegedly.
He probably did. Allegedly. And I also think it's crazy that there was... I mean, you can't believe everything that you see on Twitter. But they were saying that, like, when he was dating Kim... I don't remember her last name, but, you know, the mother of, like, half of his children who died. When he was dating... Or when they were together, they were on, like, some yacht party. And he, like, punched her in the face or something like that and broke her nose.
Oh.
And they had, like, got a fight. He broke her nose. And he flew out a plastic surgeon to fix her nose.
Oh, my God.
So, like, no one would, like, question it. And then, like, 2 days later, like, It's like a picture of her, Diddy, the plastic surgeon, and like she has like, you know, like bandages on her nose.
Oh my God.
And they're all like out and about partying.
That's psychotic.
She just had her nose reconstruction.
They made it seem like, oh, I just got a nose job.
Yeah,
I had to get one because he just
crazy. He's a crazy person.
Yes. Oh, I can see it. I do think he might have killed his wife.
And it's
allegedly. Because they said
she died of pneumonia.
Randomly. She was writing a tell-all about him.
Oh, do you really think? No.
Kind of.
God, I hope not.
And I think they were on the verge. They were like kind of breaking, like she was trying to like get out of it.
Get out of what?
That relationship.
They weren't together.
Right. I think that's okay. Then they were together. So I'm they weren't together. They're writing a tell-all. She's done with his hypnosis. I think he.
Oh no! I wonder how Quincy feels about all of this.
I know. That's so awkward. Thank God he let that girl go quickly.
Who?
Cassie.
He didn't let her go quickly. He had her wrapped up.
Oh no! I mean, like,
did you see the video of?
No.
Was it Young Jock?
Oh yes. When he was
talking about
shaving her head.
Him telling Cassie to shave her head.
Right.
That was crazy.
Right. That was crazy.
He's just like sees this random white woman with her head shaved, and he's like, "Hey, this looks really good. Tomorrow you're gonna shave your head." And then Young Jock's like, "Are you really gonna do that?" And then she's like, "Well, whatever Diddy wants. What's on your arm?"
Oh my God. What
the hell happened to you?
I played volleyball.
Oh my God.
And it had been a while. Usually when I play volleyball, I used to get these small dots.
I would say, it looks like you got eaten by ants and someone tried to kidnap you at the same time.
I'm used to the small dots, but I was like, oh, it's been a while. But my skin, yeah, it looked worse I played it Saturday. It looked worse.
With whom? The Hulk?
No, me, Chancellor. Micah and Leslie and Josh. I'm getting old.
You bruise like a dead person.
And then my neck hurts. My neck is. I pulled something in my neck. It's killing me. It's been a while since I played volleyball. You know, I gave 110%. We're out there
to the game.
Yes, and some things. But yes, pop culture crazy. Down with P. Diddy. Down with the patriarchy. Who's next?
All men.
Who's next, motherfucker? Let's run the list up. I don't give a fuck.
No, who's really... I'm going to Google famous male celebrities, and out of this lineup, I'm going to be like, who's next?
What?
Like, I'm going to be like, this is the next one. Whose story is going to be cracked?
You had to pick someone old. Hopefully not Snoop Dogg.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I hate to say it, but you know who's going to be next?
Who?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
What?
It's him.
Which one is Joseph Gordon?
500 Days of Summer.
No, impossible.
He's too innocent. It's definitely gonna be him.
No.
He's like an Aziz Ansari. It's just like, oh, he's so sweet and cute, you would never think. But no, it's gonna be him.
Oh my goodness.
And if it's not him, the runner-up.
Sorry to you if it's not. If it's not you.
I was gonna say The Rock, but he's too big.
I don't think The Rock. But shit, you never know.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
You're picking white men who have done nothing but are weird enough to do some weird shit.
Exactly. Am I far off? No, I'm not. Jordan Gordon-Levitt. I'm like, oh my God, I don't see it, but I can totally see it.
Being a weirdo.
He can definitely be a weirdo.
It's like low key. What's that white boy that makes the Pineapple Express and
James Franco.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that's like, exactly.
Like
they fall under that category,
yeah.
And he's literally James Franco was literally like the worst of the brew. He was like fingering girls in his like acting class.
I think he was the class he was teaching at college.
Yeah. He was teaching acting classes and was like going out. He's like, oh, do this and like fingering them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is acting.
He was wild for that.
What a crazy person.
Yeah, he was wild for that. What the
After them? Okay, I'm done. I don't have any money.
I'm done calling out.
If I if this actually happens, I'm a psychic and I'll be charging $50 a read.
Or you're a terrible person. One or the other.
All right. Think.
I want you not to say. You can tell us about our movie today, Gene.
I'm about to do it. Think.
I know, but I have to intro it.
Okay. Thank you. Think royalty. Think simpleton. Think one day you wake up and your entire life changes. Think San Francisco. Think Europe. Think frizzy hair. And how beauty norms have drastically evolved today because this movie, in my opinion, is a little for today's age. Think people using you and not knowing who your real friends are versus who your fake friends are. Think grandmothers. Think maternal relationships. Think paternal relationships. Think daddy abandonment issues. Think awkward girl, ugly duckling turned into a beautiful young lady. Think I still want to be who I am, but I'm no longer who I am. Think my life has changed all in the course of one day, topsy-turvy, upside down. And that brings us to Think royalty. And that brings us to, drum roll, please.
The Princess
Diaries. Summary. Shy and awkward San Francisco teenager, Mia Thermopolis, played by Anne Hathaway, is thrown for a loop when she learns the astonishing news that she is the apparent heir to the throne of the small European country of Genovia. Under the guidance of her estranged grandmother, Queen Clarice Rinaldi, played by Julie Andrews, Mia must decide whether to claim the crown or renounce her princess title permanently. Fun facts. The movie is a coming-of-age comedy film based on the novel of the same name by Meg Cabot.
When you say Meg, I was like Meg the Stallion. I don't think I could ever hear Meg the same anymore.
It's her name. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that it just says Meg and not Megan. Well, it's none of my business. The film was released on July 29th, 2001.
Why'd you look at me? Is that an important day? I don't know.
I don't know. I looked at you.
You were like 2001. I was like,
Now, I feel like whenever I see a date that's 2000 or 2001, I'm always like, how far away was that from 9? A month and a half before 9/11. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, wait, that's actually really crazy. Do you remember when, you don't remember this, but when I was watching this last night and Mom came in the room, I was just like, I remember you took us to see this movie, our mother, and I guess, she's a ditz, and she must have got the show times confused, and we got there and the movie was over. And I was like, what the fuck, Mom? The film's freaking over.
Wait, no, how did we get in?
Completely bungled this.
We must have went to the wrong theater.
No, we might have went into
because there's no way that it was sold us a ticket of like, this movie's over.
Maybe.
We must have went to the wrong theater.
Maybe.
I do remember.
I just remember
we're always late.
We walked in and it was literally at the end when she's like dancing at the end of the ball. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, how did you mess this up? God,
do you remember when we had to go see this series of unfortunate events in the movie theater? We're always a little late. So we went into the movie. And the beginning is different. It's like a and we
were like, oh, we're in the wrong theater.
And we like stood up and then we're like, but that's not this story. And then went like series over and then we were like, okay, we're here.
Oh yeah, I remember that. We were like, oh yeah, we're in the wrong theater.
It was like Disney, like I don't know, like a dove or something. And it was like, this isn't
it. Okay. Back to
reality.
Back to that. But it's funny to think, like, we saw this movie and we missed it. And then 2 months later, 9/11 happened.
Yeah. What the fuck? Did we cause 9/11? How we have seen this movie? Will we have changed everything?
I don't know how I got there, but we did. Directed by Gary Marshall and screenplay by Jenna Whitcos. The film is also produced by Mario Escovic, Deborah Martin Chase, and drumroll, please. Let's do another drumroll. The one, the only, the legendary. You're looking at me like, who the hell?
It's not. I know it better not be
talking about.
It better not be John.
Who?
What's his name? Say his name.
It's not a he. Whitney Houston.
Oh, I was never gonna guess that.
You didn't know Whitney Houston?
Oh, I kind of forgot. Yes, I do remember that.
I feel like no one ever mentioned that, and then like 10 years ago, not even 10, maybe like 5 years ago, everyone was like, "Hey, did y'all know Whitney Houston produced this movie?" And
I think I see a tweet every 5 years, and every 5 years I'm like, I had no idea, and then when it happens again, I'm like, I had no idea. When it happens again, I had no idea.
I remember that. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but I don't forget it. I remember it. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? She produced this movie? Why didn't nobody ever say that?"
Right. I think you were about to say John Hughes or something. I was like, what the?
Oh no,
Like John Hughes making
no, the one, the only Whitney Houston. But back to directed by Gary Marshall. Guess who that is? You're not going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hint. Hocus Pocus.
He's the director of Hocus Pocus.
No.
I don't know.
No. He's in Hocus Pocus.
He's not the bus driver, is he?
No. But think small scene like that in Hocus Pocus.
The candy guy where they finish the witch and they think he's the devil.
Yes!
Okay.
That's who directed this.
Does he direct Hocus Pocus?
No.
Okay.
That's the guy who directed High School Musical.
Is he like, that's random. Is that random?
Is what random?
The fact that he's an
I
actor?
thought it was random, but then I was like, oh wow, he's actually famous. I was like, this guy's a director. Girl, he's directed so many movies.
Yeah, he does everything. Okay.
Let's go down the rap list, shall we? Because they kept on, when I was doing my research, they kept on like talking about him like he was important. I was like, who is this man? He's directed Pretty Woman, Runaway Bride, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, New Year's Eve.
He likes it.
Most importantly, Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
But
Raising Helen, Bride.
The Other Sister.
Oh, yeah. No. The Other Sister.
Never Been Kissed.
That's one of your favorites, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's enough. But Runaway Bride, Never Been Kissed, Pretty Woman.
Oh, Never Been Kissed. Yes. I'm thinking.
Georgia Rules. You watched that movie the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Georgia Rules. I was like, oh, he like does like rom-coms. This is his like thing.
He does them.
He does.
Puts a freaking foot in them.
And so his like itty bitty scene in Hocus Pocus, and then like the wife who's like, who are these bitches in the house?
Yeah,
that's his sister.
Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
She's like a comedian too. I was like, it's like a family affair. Okay, so I'll read the sentence again. So directed by Gary Marshall, did Pretty Woman. Screenplay by Jenna Winkins, whatever. And then the film's produced by Deborah Martin Chase. Does that name not sound familiar to
Deborah Martin Chase.
And Whitney Houston and another guy. Initially intended to be set in New York, like in the book.
Okay.
The film was originally called The Princess of Tribeca.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I thought it was cute, but it's like she's not the princess of Tribeca.
I like her in San Francisco.
I like it in San Francisco too.
Prefer it.
You want to know why they changed it?
You tell me.
Because the director lived in San Francisco.
So I ain't going to New York.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not.
He lived in San Francisco, and he dedicated the film to his 2 granddaughters. Aww. And they also lived in San Francisco. He's like, we're going to set this in San Francisco.
I like it.
I like it in San Francisco, too.
I don't like it in New York.
I think it would have been fine in New York, but I do like it in San Francisco. It's not as crowded.
A little more, more homey.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's something about it. Yeah, it feels, I like it.
Quaint.
Anne Hathaway was cast in the lead role of Mia Thermopolis after Juliette Lewis, to whom originally had the part, but turned it down.
Which one's Julia Lewis?
She's in your little show about the girls eating other bitches. Cannibalism.
I can't think of the name.
Swarm flies or something like that. Hornets?
No, shut up. Yellow Jackets.
No.
Julia Lewis.
She plays like the main girl? I don't know who's the main girl.
Oh, okay. I don't know her as a child actor. Okay.
Yeah, I don't either, and I definitely couldn't. Thank God we went with the right chick.
Well, yeah, well, now I wonder how she was as a child, but now she's a little more like risque.
Right, I feel like everything we've ever seen her in, she's always been
like
played
harder.
like the mean, edgy.
Yeah, edgy. That's a good word.
Girl. She could have never played Mia Thermopolis.
Yeah, I wonder why. What happened? She was like, I can't do
She
it.
must have was like, I play the edgy, rebellious girl. This isn't for me.
She could have played her best friend.
That she could have. Now that
Lily.
she could have played perfectly. That is correct. The film was The film was Anne Hathaway's first major film role, which she auditioned during a 26-hour layover flight in Los Angeles, California, while traveling to New Zealand. Oh God, it's the liquor. While traveling to New Zealand to film some movie. Her only prior acting credit had been a short television series that went nowhere. But she ultimately got the role because she fell out of a chair because she was so nervous. And they were like, oh, she's a klutz.
Yeah.
Gotta have her.
She falls out of a chair in the show, too. They're like, do it again.
Yes. Several established young actresses, however, had been considered for the role, including Reese Witherspoon, Kristen Dunst, Alyssa Silverstone, Jessica Biel, Claire Danes, Kate Hudson, Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Brittany Murphy, Katie Holmes, Christina Applegate, Kate Beckinsale, Eva Mendes, and Liv Taylor, who was deemed the first runner-up after Hathaway.
Who's that?
Liv Taylor. I don't even know. The name rings a bell, but I don't know who that is.
I kind of think they all could have done it. I don't know.
Let's go down the list. Reese. First of all, when I went, I was like, okay, so how old were they, like, in relation to Anne Hathaway? Because when Anne Hathaway got this role, she was 18, right? She's 41 today. Reese Witherspoon is like 50. I was like, you'd have been like 29 playing a 15-year-old. No thanks. Kirsten Dunst, maybe. Alyssa Silverstone, yeah. I think she's too pretty.
Wait, which one? Alyssa?
The chick from Clueless.
Oh.
Jessica Biel. What is Jessica Biel even famous for? Like, what has she been in? Like, she's just famous, but I don't... Was she in Dawson's
4.
Creek?
Like, what was she?
That's Jessica Alba, you...
Well, then I don't know.
Gender cunt.
Sorry, get my white women confused.
Yeah, get it together. Claire Danes, I could have seen her. She's in Romeo plus Juliet, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. Kate Hudson, no. Cameron Diaz, no. Drew Barrymore, no. Sarah Michelle Gellar, no. Brittany Murphy, yes.
She could do anything.
Katie Holmes is just such a snooze fest to me.
I think
Christina Applegate, who's also like 50 years old. She was too old. Kate Beckinsale, too pretty. Eva Mendes, too brown.
Not you putting yourself in the mindset of the audition.
That's right. Too She's too brown. And Liv Taylor, I don't really know her. So that's my dog. Oh! Wow! Christina Carlson Romano was unable to audition for the film due to scheduling conflicts with...
Who's Christina? Tell me who Christina...
I wanted you to...
I know. Tell me who it is first, and then I'll get there.
No, you're supposed to guess.
What's
due to scheduling conflicts with a said Disney Channel series that she was on, she couldn't audition.
Christina? Say her name again?
Christy Carlson Romano.
That witch show?
Selena Gomez?
Yeah.
Be for real. No. If it was the witch show, I would have said...
Charlie?
No. Think older. Older show. This is 2001.
They're all 2001. They're all blending. I don't know.
Even Stevens.
Oh, yeah, let's never get that.
The sister from Even Stevens.
The thick one?
I could have seen the thick one. Even Stevens.
Even Stevens. I'm thinking Phil of the Future. I was like, the thick trick? Okay. Even Stevens, yes. Maybe, yeah.
I could have definitely seen her doing that. Definitely could have seen that for her, but she couldn't audition. Boo-hoo.
I'm like, y'all better make it work.
Let's see, where am I?
I'm not even the main character on the show. It's not Sister Stevens, Even Stevens. I'm going to audition.
Julia Andrews was semi-retired from acting at the time when she was casted as Clarice Rinaldi, and it was her first feature film in 15 years, and her first Disney film since Mary Poppins, which had a gap between then to 2001 of 37 years.
Wait, so Mary Poppins was her last film? Oh, no, that was her last Disney film. Okay.
Which was between Mary Poppins and 2001. That was 37 years.
That's crazy. When I was watching it,
that was her first movie in 15 years.
When I was watching it, I remember she was Mary Poppins during it, and I just got giddy inside. I was like, oh.
When I was watching it, I was thinking of The Sound of Music.
Oh, that one too. Hills are alive. The sound of music.
When I was watching, I was like, oh my God, I love this lady. I want her to be...
She's so sweet.
If I was a white person, I would want her to be my grandmother.
She would make a good fairy godmother.
Like, she's so fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like, she's just so, like, whimsical.
Put together.
Yeah, she's like a perfect lady.
She floats.
She floats.
I don't know.
She doesn't walk.
Yeah, she floats.
She glides and glistens.
Gorgeous. And she pulls out that short hair.
So,
that's amazing.
The director, Marshall, what was his first name? Gary Marshall personally invited Andrews to discuss the film with him. Andrews identified the director as someone who she was fond of because she liked Pretty Woman and all Never Been Kissed and all his other movies.
Sure.
And based off of their conversation, she accepted the role solely based on the conversation that they had, and she had never read the script. She was just like, yeah,
sure.
I'll do it. Sure. Hector Elizondo, I think that's it. Hector Elizondo, who plays Joe, the head of security.
Yes, love him.
Has appeared in all of 18 films of Gary Marshall's.
Interesting.
He's been in every film. And he's like, let's make it for 19.
He's in Pretty Woman. Next time I watch it, I'm gonna look out for him.
I'm gonna look out for him
because I'm pretty sure it's the only movie I've ever seen of it.
All right.
I'm gonna look out for him.
Me
but I do
too.
love that.
Isn't that so cute?
I love that.
Then the director, Gary Marshall, his daughter, is in the film.
Oh.
Guess who she plays? I know
one of the cheerleaders.
You're gonna be wrong. I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay, don't tell me then. Is she younger or older than that? Is she the news reporter, the Vogue girl? No. Is she the secretary?
She plays Charlotte, Clarice's secretary.
Oh, I got it.
Yes. Okay. After your 10th try. Wow. His granddaughters, who he dedicated the film to, are also in the film. They're the two cute little twin girls. Yeah. And they're like, hey, Princess Mia, can we have your autograph? And one of them's in a wheelchair.
Is one of them in a wheelchair?
I actually don't know.
I would hope so. I don't think he's cosplaying.
I don't think, he would be like, let's put her in a wheelchair. Yeah, okay. She must actually be in a wheelchair.
Okay. That's so adorable. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
What else do I have? Then the guy, at the end of the scene, well, not the end of the scene, when they're at the ball and they're like, oh, it's the mayor of San Francisco. He's here.
The black guy.
That's the actual mayor of San Francisco.
Love.
Mandy Moore is in the film. That was also her first film as well.
Mandy. Budget box office. You gotta do that too eventually.
Just some things I'd like to mention. This was Whitney Houston's first, apparently. So this is how we got hooked up to this film, right? So it's a book, right?
Yeah.
Meg Cabot, whatever her name is.
Stallion.
She's got this book, The Princess Diaries. Her agent is like, this book is so good, it has to be a movie.
Somebody said
has to be a movie. He goes to Deb Martin Chase, who's a black woman.
Deb.
And he's like, Deb, you have to make this movie into a film. She's only got like one or two other films under her belt that she's produced. Guess which one of them it is?
Cinderella.
How the fuck did you know? You read that somewhere?
No.
You literally just guessed that?
She said you said she was black, and you said Whitney Houston.
God damn it! You just spoiled it all.
Oh, sorry.
You completely bungled this.
I mean, what else? That's the only thing.
Are you kidding me?
You said she had only one under her belt. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I didn't read it anywhere.
So, anywho, thanks.
Thank you.
He goes to Deborah. He's like, Deb, we gotta do this. She's only got one other thing under her belt. It's the Black Cinderella.
Easy. I did it.
That Whitney Houston's in.
Yes.
And Deb's like, Whit, hey, I got this project I want you to work on.
Yeah.
Because apparently at this time, Whitney Houston, I don't know, she has a production company or something.
She's doing it. Whatever.
And she's like,
sure.
I think she produced the Cinderella story too.
Probably, yeah. I do remember
like,
that.
We gotta do another one. And then Whitney's like, sure, I'm in.
Let's do it. Anything Whitney touch it turns to gold.
So yeah, that's how that happened.
Yeah. You think I was gonna guess that?
No, I really didn't.
I mean, what else could it have been? There's no, there would, it had to be a black person that produced Cinderella, the Black Cinderella, because it wouldn't be black.
I guess. But I was reading, there was like a point where Deborah was like, I was like, I wanted it to kind of be like, you know, cast black people, but then I was like, I also want to make money, so.
Right.
No one's going to see it if we cast black people.
Right.
And they were like, she's also supposed to be like, you know, European.
Yeah.
So.
Not like.
It's not really going to work. She could have been biracial.
Zimbabwe.
The mama could have been black and the daddy could have been European.
Right. Oh, that would have been even better.
Because like, that's why they would have really disapproved of the relationship.
Right. They were like, it's lighthearted.
It's lighthearted. With the schmiz of racism. Box office. No, budget. Did I tell you the budget?
No.
But you guessed the budget?
I guess everything, yes.
Okay, budget. I forgot how this goes.
My budget is 20
My
million.
budget. The budget of the film.
Yeah, 20 million.
Oh my goodness, look at you. A little bit higher. Just a
30
smidge.
million. Oh, 25.
$26 million hairs. Box office.
100 million.
Not bad.
Oh, really? Oh, 130. 150. 180?
$165 million hairs.
Work.
Disney. The film was a surprise hit.
It's not a Disney film. I don't know why.
It is a Disney movie.
Oh, it is.
What are you talking about? We just said this was her first Disney movie
You
since
just
Mary
said that.
Poppins.
I don't know.
Are you not listening to me?
I forgot. But not a Disney original.
It's a Disney film. It's not a Disney original. Disney Channel original. It's not a DCOM.
Yeah.
It's not a Disney Channel original movie. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah, totally.
Julie Andrews as Clarice Rinaldi, Mia's grandmother and Queen of Genovia. Anne Hathaway as Mia Thermopolis, the heir to the throne, and Princess of Genovia. Hector Elizondo as Joe. Clarice, head of security, and Mia's limousine driver.
You can call me Joe.
Heather Matarazzo as Lily Machkevitz, Mia's eccentric and socially conscious childhood best friend.
Yeah.
Also, when I was reading it in the book, they were Mia and Lily were like crazy liberal, and they're like, let's tone it down just a little bit.
I can see that.
Just a little. Mandy Moore as Lana Thomas, our cousin, a popular cheerleader who bullies Mia and other students.
Boo.
Caroline Goodall as Helen Thermopolis, Mia's mother, an artist. Robert Schwartzman as Michael Machkevitz, Lily's older brother who harbors romantic feelings for Mia.
Oh,
I don't know. He was her older brother.
Slut.
Eric Von Deaton as Josh Bryan, a popular, egotistical student on whom Mia develops a crush, who she's literally obsessed with. Sean O'Brien as Patrick O'Connell, Mia's English teacher who begins to date Helen, her mother. Sandra Oh as Principal or Vice Principal Gupta, Mia's school principal. Let me see if there's Kathleen Marshall as Charlotte, Sharice's secretary. And Patrick Fulger as Jeremiah Hart, a friend of Mia and Lily's, an aspiring magician. And that's about it.
That's it. Thank you, Jade, for that wonderful rendition of facts. But before we begin, I would like to tell everyone to download, rate, subscribe, tell your friends. Follow us on Instagram at Please Don't Spoil the Movie. TikTok at Don't Spoil the Movie. And follow us and love us. All right, Jay, let's dive in.
Ooh, I'm about to dive in.
All right. So the Princess Diaries opens in San Francisco, and we meet Mia Thermopolis. I love that name. An ordinary high school student.
Yeah, the chick who wrote this movie or book, she did a great job coming up with these names.
Thermopolis.
Something Rinaldi.
Yeah, gorgeous.
So poetic.
Probably stole it from real people. But Mia is 15 years old. She has frizzy hair. She wears sunglasses, and she's a bit of an outsider. She lives with her single mother, Helen Thermopolis, who is an artist, and they live in a refurbished firehouse, very hipster-esque. And this is like a school day. Mia's off to school, and before she leaves, her mom is giving her words of encouragements before she heads off to school, because Mia has a fear of public speaking, and today she has to give a debate during class. And then Mia heads out, and before she gets to school, she meets up with her best friend Lily, who is also socially conscious and an outspoken teenager, and then to Scooter to school. And as Jade said, very liberal. I think Lily kept the very liberalness. I
got
that from her.
From Mia, but what's her face?
Lily.
God.
So before class starts, Mia is having one hell of a day.
I would like to say that I don't know. I really like the fact that they go to this like really like preppy prep school.
Yeah, they're wearing school uniforms.
They're wearing school uniforms.
I want to say Catholic high school, but I don't know for a fact.
I think it's just private school.
Yeah,
not because private Catholic school is a little bit cheaper. They could just go to private school.
Is it cheaper?
That's what they be saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so private Catholic school is supposed to be cheaper than just private school. When you smack religion on it, I don't know.
Only certain people can go here. Okay, interesting. But yes,
they just go to private school.
Very snobby.
Yes, very snooty, very snobby. Yes. So before class starts, Mia, we're seeing, the ins and outs of, her high school experience. We're slightly introduced to Lana, who's like the high school mean girl. We're slightly introduced to Josh, who's like the most popular guy in school. She has a huge crush on. We see Jeremiah, who's their like friend, who has like really bright red hair.
Love him.
Everyone's like, love him.
Love
so
Jeremiah.
cute. I want to put him in my pocket.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Is he gay? I don't know.
His red hair, I love it.
He's fun.
I wanted him to be her love interest. With the red hair? Oh my God, I loved it. Loved it. He's a sweetheart. Anywho, but he
wouldn't have worked with her Princess Status.
He likes Lily, but whatever. Yes. Moving on, we're introduced to all the teen characters, and then we kind of see Mia maneuver through like her high school experience. She's a real loser, real loner, real outcast.
Someone sits on her.
No one notices her. She's invisible. Someone sits on her. That's how invisible she is.
I didn't see you there, bitch.
She gets sat on by a fellow student. He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
She tells Lily,
I'm like, I'm a human being.
Right. She tells Lily, someone sat on me again.
And she said it so beautiful.
You didn't see all that freaking hair?
Right. And then she's like, Lily's like, oh no, again? But then as her and Lily are reconvening at their lockers, then we see Josh and Alana, the two most popular people in school, and we see them making out with each other, and we see Mia watching them, and she starts daydreaming that it's not Lana making out with Josh, that it's actually her. Because she just wants to be popular and fit in so bad.
I think Josh...
Well, I wouldn't say that, but she has the hots for Josh. Yeah.
I think Josh is the perfect casted high school cutie.
Yeah.
Because he's not like, okay, obviously we're never going to see him. He's like, but it's realistic to me. He's adorable, but not like far-fetched.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like perfect. Where do they find him? They choose it all the time. Because sometimes they be ugly.
Oh, God.
Just hideous. Just a young white man. I'm like, you're just picking him off the street? Okay.
Who's supposed to believe this?
And then sometimes they'd be like, ain't no way this
is happening. Yeah. So yeah, he is a good middle ground.
He's perfect.
We love... What's his name?
Josh.
Dick Van Dyke.
Wow.
Or something like that.
He was in what's that skating movie? Brink.
We love Eric Van Deeten. I said Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke.
It's close. There's a Van, whatever.
Right. So they're catching up. We said Mia.
After she's done daydreaming.
Yes. They're off to speech class.
Her and Lily. And so now we're in speech class. Josh is making his speech. The argument is uniforms. Josh is anti-uniform, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, of course!" Everyone's gonna be like,
"Who? Why
anti-uniform? Yes!"
I want the speech teacher to come on.
Like, how is that fair?
Give Mia the pro.
Food. Like,
give her
food. Why it should be better?
No, he should have gave her the pro, wear casual clothes, and gave Josh the anti. Like, clearly
maybe they picked it. Maybe Josh picked the anti
There was
uniform and she picked pro uniform.
Maybe.
So while
her
Josh is giving his speech, everyone is like, "Oh my God, Josh, he's the man! You're so cool, Josh! Yay, no
And he knows it. He's the worst. He's so cocky. I want to punch him.
Yeah, he's literally the worst. And Mia is sitting there in fear and is like, she even turns to Lily and she's like, "What's my argument again?" And then Lily has to remind her, "You like the uniforms. They make us all equal." And then Lily is like, "You got this. Go do it." So Mia goes up, she gives her speech, and she begins. She's obviously nervous, obviously petrified. She's not good at public speaking. And as she begins to talk and the words slowly come out of her mouth, she gets sick and she runs off to go barf. And she is now left her fellow classmates in a room laughing at her hysterically.
They really love to pick on Mia because they was bullying her before she even
she gets up there and they're like, "Look at her hair. It's so frizzy. She looks like a cobweb."
Right. I want the teacher to be like, "Shut up.
It's just curly hair."
Just curly hair." And I don't understand how she's so invisible if everyone knows to pick on her.
Right.
Like, how do you know her?
Well, it's either you pick on her or she's invisible.
Poor thing. So after school, Mia's at her job. She helps
she works at a rock climbing
gym.
place.
Yeah. And then she helps them rock climb. And Mia's mom stopped by.
She's a rock climbing instructor?
Yeah, instructor. There we go.
Yeah.
And Mia's mom stopped by and she's talking about how the fact that, she threw up, but she also has a much more important thing to talk about. And that is that Mia's estranged grandmother, so her grandmother on her dad's side, is in town and she wants to meet up.
Paternal? I don't know.
Paternal
What's fraternal then?
Oh, sorry, fraternal. His father.
What's paternal? Your mom?
Yes, I thought so.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. You're just introducing things to confuse me.
Yeah.
So her estranged grandmother's in town. She wants to meet up with Mia for tea. And at first Mia's like, she's
like, why is this lady who's never talked to us ever want to meet up with us? And then her mom, being very vague, is like, "Oh, she's just in town. She wants to get tea." And Mia's like, "Isn't she the reason why y'all got divorced?" And yada, yada, yada. And then her mom is like, "Well, no, me and your father decided to get divorced. She never approved of our relationship. We're unpacking things slowly." But Mia's like, "Okay, I still don't get why she wants to meet us or meet with me."
Right.
And then her mom's like, "Just go."
Her mom's like, "Your dad always wanted you to meet her." And Mia's like, "Ugh, fine."
If it's what daddy wanted.
Pull the whole dead dad card. Fine.
So yeah, and then we later find out that Mia's dad is dead.
From some incident they never mentioned.
Right. The whole like her dad, the death, the funeral, how did he die? The mom, the grand, like all that, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Which part? That he died?
It's not that it doesn't make sense. They leave too many unopened questions.
Yeah, you could have.
Dad died. Did they not go to the funeral?
No.
Why?
Because they didn't know.
That's your dad.
All right. They should have went.
And then, also, I never knew, literally until I watched this yesterday, that she never met him.
I never knew that he died 2 months before this.
I also didn't know that either. I thought he died years ago, and I thought he was in her life.
I didn't know. I knew he wasn't in her life.
I'd never.
But I didn't realize he died 2 months ago, and that's why this is all happening right now. Because I just thought it was happening eventually.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was like, "Oh, girl, you gonna have to rule today because he died. He dead."
And I thought, I guess I literally just never paid attention to this movie. I thought that he didn't want anything with the the royalty. I thought that's why he was in her life. Oh. I thought he was in her life, and I thought he wanted nothing to do with the thing, and that's why I thought she didn't know that she was royalty. Oh, because Dad was like, "Oh, I don't want anything to do with it," and so that's why you don't.
So
know
you were telling yourself a whole different story, right?
In my own, yes. I made up what made sense to me, for me to enjoy the film and watch it peacefully. That's what I did.
You answered your own question.
So, anywho, the mom's like, "Look, your dad always wanted you and her to meet," and so Mia's like, "Okay, fine."
So the next day after school, Mia goes to what she later finds out is the Genovian consulate to meet her grandfather.
Also, that's another thing I don't understand. What's that? Is that like the embassy?
Yeah, I think so. Like an embassy. I would assume so.
Why do they have it?
They do business in America a lot?
I mean, it was just like, I don't know. It's like,
Don't overthink
Do we
the
have
consulate.
it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, do we have a freaking Spaniard embassy here in New Orleans? Like, why does San Francisco have a Genovian embassy?
Consulate. That's their headquarters. I don't
It
know.
just didn't make any sense.
Maybe her dad picked that spot deep down inside. He was like, we must have one here
I guess.
all along.
Anywho, so they just so happen to have this house built for this chick. For Clarice Rinaldi.
It's not for the chick. It's for Genovia.
Whatever. So at tea, she goes to the Genovian consulate to meet her grandmother. She's outside of this big old mansion, and she rings the doorbell. She's like, "Hey, I'm here to meet my grandmother." They let her in. They tell her don't step on the grass because she's stepping on the grass. Why would she step on the grass? I didn't understand. I was like, why are you deliberately stepping on the grass? There's concrete
Right.
there for you to walk on. I thought it was so
rude. She has no manners, darling.
She's ill-mannered. She's a 15-year-old girl. So she gets in there. They're searching her. She's like, what is this? Like, where am I? Why are y'all searching my bag? Don't crush my soy nuts.
They're searching her terribly also. Like, sir, if you're looking for something, you're not going to find it.
You're not going to find it here.
She's got a bomb. Y'all already dead.
So they're searching her. She asks them not to crush her soy nuts. And then we were introduced to Catherine, her assistant. I don't remember the girl's name. No, Charlotte. We're introduced to Charlotte, Clarice's assistant. And then she's like, look, your grandmother will be down in a couple of minutes. Then emerges Clarice.
She's like, I have arrived.
She's like, I'm here. She's like, oh, everyone like stops and, bows to her because she's the queen of Genovia.
They stand up. They sit down.
And Julia Andrews being the most picturesque woman over 60 I've ever seen. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. I was like, when I was watching this movie, I was like, oh my God, I forgot how freaking fantastic this woman is.
Very elegant.
Like, she's so elegant. Oh my God. It's like, I don't even think she's acting. I think this is who she is.
Right.
And so she emerges and she's like, oh, Mia, it's so nice to finally meet you. Thank you for coming. And then she's like, no problem. And then Clarice is like, let me take a look at you. She takes a look at her and she's like, oh my God, you're hideous.
No, she doesn't. She says, you look young. And I was like, what?
Which is fancy for saying, I can't say you're pretty because I think you're ugly. So I'm going to call you young.
I thought it was a weird thing to call. I was like, do you think she's ugly? She's not ugly.
She's not ugly. And this is my qualm with this movie. She has glasses and frizzy hair. And like everyone thinks she's like the most ugliest thing that's ever lived.
There's a lot going on.
I think this puts a bad stain on curly hair.
Yes.
Like, it makes curly hair seem so unattractive and straight hair so beautiful.
I know, it does.
Like, literally, this film is literally about her going from curly hair to straight hair, and she's instantly gorgeous. I think that's not good.
I think in the Caucasian community, they really don't like curly hair.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they really don't. I feel like I meet white girls all the time, they're like, oh, yeah, I have curly hair like you. Or like, they always, on TikTok, they're always trying to straighten their hair.
I always got made fun of because my hair was curly. What?
Deep. I'm sure it's something to do with racism.
Oh no, that's definitely a European standard of beauty, having straight hair. But anywho, because this chick has curly hair and glasses, she's hideous.
Beautiful curls.
Beautiful head of hair. Beautiful mane.
She's got to curl it and put some in it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Anywho, her grandmother's like, you're ugly. And then Mia's like, well, you look clean. And then they sit. And then Mia's like, okay, so why'd you call me over here? Like, what do you want? Why do you want me here? And then she's like, well, before we get into that, I do have a little present for you. She gives her this beautiful locket that
it's the shape of a heart.
It's a Genovian crest. And it's in the shape of a heart or something like that. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. And then
they go off to tea. They're like, let's continue this conversation out in the courtyard with some tea.
So they go have their little tea. They're out there in the courtyard. And then, Clarice, Julia Andrews, she gets down to the nitty gritty. She's like, so Mia, do you know who
Philip Rinaldi?
Philip Anthony Metropolitan Galleria Donovan Italian word Rinaldi is? And then Mia's like, no clue.
You lost me.
And then she's like, well, Philip Galleria Anthropology,
Jesus.
Metropolitan Italian word Rinaldi is your father. And he is the Prince of Genovia.
Was the king of Genovia.
Oh, that was the king of Genovia. And then she's like,
okay.
What? Sure,
Just
get
like-
out of here.
Right.
And then Clarice is like, no, I'm serious. Like, why would I joke about something like that? And then Mia's like, if you're telling me that my father was the king of Genovia, then that makes me. And Clarice is like, you're right. That's it. You guessed it. You're the princess of Genovia.
Yeah.
And Mia's in shock.
She's like, huh? What does this mean?
She's like, me, I can't be a princess. No way, Jose. And she goes into like this mini anxiety attack.
Right. And Khalees is like, I'm the queen by marriage and you're the princess by blood, which gives you the sole, like, you're
You
like
can
the true rule.
She's like, you can rule this country.
This is your job.
And then Mia's
Your
just like,
birthright.
what are you talking about? And then Clarice is like, look, I can show you how to walk, talk, dress like a princess, but I really want you to like hone in on this and really think about what I'm telling you because, without you, Genovia will cease to exist as we know it today. If you're not our princess. And she runs off.
See, at first I was like, when I watched this as a child, I was like, Mia, what are you doing? Sign up for the princess role. No if
Ands or buts about it.
But when she's like, you gotta lead people, I would be like, now I can stand around and look pretty all day, honey. But when I gotta make decisions for a country of people, I would have been a little concerned too.
She's young. But I it's like, so what I don't understand is,
but you're going to politics
in the second one, like the royal engagement. Yeah. I thought that's when she becomes like the ruler, because like in this one, I feel like they're acting like, oh, you have to rule this country today.
Yeah, I don't remember what the second one's about.
The second one, she has to get in. She has to
get married or something to do something, but
or maybe she has to get in. She has to get married to keep the throne, and she already has it. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Which is stupid. But I wouldn't want to. If someone was like, "Hey, 15-year-old, I hope you like politics because that's where you're going."
Right. I feel like the world of politics and leadership and diplomats.
Yeah, this is not.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to do
world
that.
Issues.
Yeah, you're going to London tomorrow. You're going to meet with the Prime Minister of Malaysia,
right?
And tell him about the fashion industry and child labor laws.
The child labor laws in Malaysia.
Like, ugh. But it sounds like the book version of her would have maybe been into it because you made it seem like she was really into like politics and liberal stuff. So maybe she would have.
No, I don't think so.
Guess not.
Nice try, though.
Nice try there. So yes, Mia's shocked. Crazy. She's upset. She runs home and she goes to talk to her mother.
She scurries off.
So yes, Mia's at home now. She's talking to her mom. She's very upset. I've known you for 15 years because I am 15. And you have never told me I was a princess. You never told me anything. What the hell? This is a big shell shock. I also feel like her mom should have been there when her grandmother told her she was a princess because what the hell? I got some random lady telling me that I'm royal and my mom should be there for me. And then
her mom is basically like, look, I didn't tell you. We were going to tell you when you were 18, but your father died, so things kind of changed. But she was like, look, I was young. Like, I wanted to paint. Your dad was like royalty and I didn't know what to do, so we got divorced, and we got divorced in secret so I could like raise you and he could like still go off, marry some chick who would wait on him hand and foot, be by his side, and have royal babies that could like live long and do the whole heiress thing while we lived our lives here. But he died and he didn't get married again, so now here we are. Here we find ourselves, Mia.
Yes. And she was basically also like, your father and your grandmother promised to keep their distance so that you can have a normal upbringing. That's why you never met them. And it's just, with his passing, everything, the whole plans got thrown off.
2 months ago. He died. That is so crazy to me that she never... I was like, she never knew this man. I don't know why I thought she always knew him.
I didn't.
I thought they were just divorced, but he got her on weekends.
No. I think it's weird. I think it's weird that he didn't. I feel like you being a prince or a king and you're trying to keep that from me is not an excuse not to see me.
At all.
Yeah.
A horrible one.
Terrible.
A terrible excuse.
Terrible.
But anywho.
So the next morning, Mia is still upset with her grandmother, her mother, but her grandmother came over to further discuss the Mia being a princess thing. And Clarice informs Helen that if Mia does not accept the role of princess, the leadership of Genovia will change into different hands and it will cease to be the current...
The Rinaldi family line will no longer be rulers of Genovia.
Yeah, go to some other rich family. And we cannot have that. And so Clarice tells Mia, after she comes down, she's still upset. She's like, how dare you, Mom, lie to me for 15 years? And how dare you, grandmother, never see me for 15 years?
And now you're asking me to be a princess of some country. I don't even know you, lady.
I don't even know you. So Clarice tells Mia that the Genovian Independence Day ball is in 3 weeks. And she's hoping to present Mia as the princess of Genovia.
And Mia's like, no way, Jose. And her mom, Mia's mom, comes up with like the proposal, like, hey, why don't we do this? Mia, you'll agree to have, princess lessons with your grandmother, and you will make your official decision at the ball, whether you choose to be part of royalty or choose to, renounce your title. You will make your decision at the ball. She's like, how does that sound? And they both reluctantly agree. They're like,
sure.
Fine, I guess.
But this all must remain a secret until the day of the ball. We don't want this getting to the press, to the news.
To the press
of the new princess. And Mia's like, of course not. Girl, Mia, if I came out as princess, I'm telling everybody.
Right, baby.
But no one would believe me because I would sound crazy. But yes, now Mia's headed off to school in her new limo driven by Joe. He's very stoic. He's very strong.
He's really hot.
He's kind of hot. He's like her. He's going to be like her father figure.
Yeah,
now.
he's like her. Yeah.
And before they arrive at school, they pick up Lily. And Lily is very confused by the fact that Mia is now
picking her up in this fancy limo.
Yes. And she's like, Mia tells her, like, my grandmother came in town. She's trying to buy my love. She gifted me this limo so I can like her. And Lily's like, okay, that makes sense.
Cool with me. And
then Mia asks Joe to, like, drop them off a block or two before they reach school, to avoid any questions, any mayhem, any hoopla.
Any raised eyebrows.
Yes.
So at school, Millie, I was going to say Millie. Mia, of course, is being bullied by Lana, played by Megan Moore, and her flunkies about throwing up during her speech. They say something about her missing a bulimia convention.
I was surprised by that joke.
I was like, did we just use the word bulimic? Did we just talk about an eating disorder?
That's why I was looking up. Like, I was like, what is this movie rated? It's rated G. I was
right.
Like, that doesn't give PG-13. They're making fun of her for being bulimic.
And then we segue into PE class. Now PE is going on, and Mia, of course, being the awkward person that she is struggling with being athletic. She is supposed to be like catching a ball during like baseball or softball class,
yeah,
and she is doing a horrible job at it. And then so after school, we just see her being more awkward, and Mia is walking home with Lily, and Lily discusses with her, they're having friendship talk. She's talking about her parents are telling Lily that she is, being basically like a little shit, like a little, aggravating teenage kid, and how her dad wants to spend more time with Lily. And then Mia says something to the effect of like, well, at least you still have your dad. And then Lily's like, whoa. Are you still like upset about your dad being dead? That happened like 2 months ago? I thought you were over that by now. Let's take a moment to dissect this. There's the movie villain, and there's the real villain. And the real villain here is Lily.
I have a love-hate relationship with Lily.
Lily is a tyrant. Lily is a toxic friend. Lily sucks.
No, Lily does have a point. I'm like, girl, you never met him. Low-key.
Okay, and then so Lily makes the argument like he died 2 months ago and you like never met him, which is fair. Yeah. But like, come on.
I know, yeah. It was a nice thing to say.
It was a horrible.
I think that was the worst thing she said. It was like, What? Why would you say that?
No, she said a couple other little things. That were also awful. There was one part at the end, like you remember the part where she goes and she puts like the ice cream on the girl's chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like before she comes up, she goes up to Lily. She's like, "Hey," and she's like, "Go over there and sit by Jeremiah." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
She didn't say that. She's like, "Go sit by my."
She's like, "Go sit by Jeremiah. I'm almost done." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then she's like, "Okay." I was like, "What a bitch!" And she's like, "Go
so
sit over
strong.
there. I'm almost done." Like I was like, "Wow," she's literally like bossing her around like this is her child. Lily's the worst. Anywho,
she's not the worst. She's
Lily's
the
like, haven't you gotten over your dad being dead? It happened yesterday. She's like, you didn't even know him. Then she also mentions that he sent her like a gift every year for her birthday and like wrote her letters or something.
And paid for her schooling.
And paid for her to go to school.
I don't know if he wrote her letters. I don't think he wrote her letters. I think he just bought her gifts.
Or bought her gifts on her birthday. Sent her gifts and paid for her private school. So, Mia being the shitty friend that she is. I mean, Lily being the shitty friend that she is being a shitty friend.
So then Lily's, Mia's like, okay, I gotta go. I want to check on my baby before I go to like, well, she didn't say like her princess lessons, but she's like, I need to go check on my car before I head home. She probably says.
Yes. So Mia has this like a 1970s like Mustang convertible that her mom got her. And it's her baby. And she's got to go check on it because the person who's been repairing it and restoring it just so happens to be Lily's older brother, Michael. We get to the car repair shop and Michael and his band are there practicing. And he is, also, the guy who plays Michael, he's a real guy. A real guy. He's a real musician.
Dude, the face I gave you just now was like... What?
Sorry.
He's a
real man. He's a real person.
He's a real musician.
He's a real musician, and this is his actual band. And the song that he's singing when we see him rehearsing with his band is a real song that he wrote.
Okay.
Cool, right?
He's like, I will do the movie, but only if I get to showcase my shitty band.
So we see him, and he's like, he even has like little like band roadies, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's so hot." And he's singing, and there's like M&Ms on the keyboard. He's a real...
I can't stand that he has those freaking M&Ms on the keyboard. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't piano. Like what if an M&M gets in the way?
Those are his snacks.
I think he likes M&Ms. I think that's
his niche.
I think that's them showing us that's his like favorite.
Yeah.
But to have them on the keyboard with him is just
weird.
disgusting.
That is disgusting. But anywho, so Mia arrives at the body shop. And she goes up to Michael, and he's like super excited to see her because Michael has like the hots for her, and it's so cute.
You think he's one? I was trying to figure out his age. He's like 1 year older than them, right?
Maybe he's a senior. Isn't that how it always goes?
I hope he's not a senior.
What's wrong? She's a sophomore. I thought they were twins.
I kind of wanted them to be twins too. I was thinking that too.
Twins.
Let's say that.
I mean, we didn't read the book. They don't say it in the movie, so who really knows who's older because they don't say it. And in the book,
I was thinking they were twins too.
Maybe they're twins.
Yeah, let's say that. They're twins.
They're twins. So he's got the hots for Mia, and it's so adorable. And I love the way he like is always staring at her, but he's like so subtle. His character, I must say, when we were younger, I was never into him. I was like, he's ugly. He's not hot.
Oh,
I was like, why is he the love interest? As an adult,
that's what you want.
I like the like grungy like band. Like I haven't slept in like 2 days, and I'm real mysterious look he has going on, and I'm really like aloof and coy, and you don't know what I'm thinking.
He's very sure of himself.
Yeah, he's so chill. I like it.
Oh, I like
He's super chill.
Yeah, I like him.
And he's just always
better than freaking Josh.
He's way better than Josh. Josh is on Adderall.
Josh is on something. Josh needs to be on something.
Josh is on coke.
He's on speed.
He's on something. He's on too much.
Can't stand him.
Vodka Red Bulls all day.
Right.
With this guy.
So yes.
And Michael smokes weed.
Yes. Exactly. So I think Mia gets a quote on her car on the repair. It's going to be $400 gas to her.
And she's like, I cannot afford to pay this. And then Michael, like, being so in love with her, and he's like, well, I could, like,
Free.
Oh, yeah, he's like, I could do the labor for free. And then the owner of the body shop is like, you've lost your mind. And then Mia's like, it's okay, I've got a rich grandmother now. I can see if she's gonna pay for it.
I want to know if Mia, did she not know she was rich? Like, what is her mom presenting them as?
She's gotta know that he's well off, I guess, if he's
Right.
paying for a private school.
Right, but Mia's like, oh, $400. I mean, I know $400 is a little more, comparably. But I'm just like, do you think you're poor? Like, you're at least middle class.
I mean, her mom's she's a single mom and she's an artist.
Right, but her mom has money somewhere. Like, you would look around and be like,
she's a white woman.
Yeah.
It's somewhere to be found.
like, I like, the math isn't math. Like, Mom, I know you have money. I'm not sure where it comes from, but
she don't got money. I don't think she got money like that.
she's living in a refurbished firehouse in freaking San Francisco.
But that's supposed to be, that's white people's definition of poor, Jordan. That's the thing. That's the thing.
It's rich, that big ass house.
Us, we're like, ma'am, you're living in a mansion.
In San Francisco.
It's the two of you. You're living in a firehouse in San Francisco, and you're going to this private school.
She's rich.
But to white people, that's poor.
They're trying to portray.
Poor.
I cannot stand when these movies, they like have
Tortured artists can't afford the $400.
But their house, the tortured artist always has a lovely loft. It's always gorgeous.
A gorgeous,
it's
very
gorgeous.
large,
No, where's the
spacious.
cockroaches? That's the real.
Literally. Oh, God.
But yes.
Anywho, so it's $400. And then she's like, I've got a rich grandmother now. I'll figure it out. And then she scurries off to her princess lessons.
Very fast. And there, her grandma looks at her and just like checking off the boxes of what
This movie
needs
is
to be
literally
fixed.
just her getting princess lessons.
Yeah, pretty much. And growing as a young girl.
Yeah.
I like to compare her PE lessons at the beginning of the movie, or PE classes, to the end of PE classes. That's where you see the growth in her. Because in the beginning, she's like all like, oh, I can't throw a ball. And at the end,
she hits
a home run, baby.
a ball at 2 feet.
Yeah, she threw a ball in the back of her coach's head 2 feet in front of her. Yes, these are big milestones.
These are big milestones for her.
But yes. So, Mia's grandmother's looking her over. She's clocking the fact that her hair is so big, her eyebrows are bushy,
Yeah,
her
she's
nails are
taking
crappy.
notes. She's like, we've got to fix the eyebrows, we've got to fix the hair, the complexion isn't bad, the fingernails gotta go, the shoes are hideous. I don't want to see her bare legs anymore, tights from now on. And she's like, Charlotte, take notes.
And they do a little basics, how to sit down, don't cross your legs at your ankles, don't slouch when you walk, the bare, just day one, easy stuff. So Mia goes home after her first day of princess lessons. And to make matters even worse, she finds out her mom, after going to a teacher parent conference, that she's got a date with her
Mia's
speech teacher.
Speech and debate teacher, Mr. O'Connell.
The nerve of her.
And Mia's like, Mom, how do you go to a parent-teacher conference and walk out with a boyfriend?
What the hell?
And then her mom's like, Mia, darling, do you know how many people in San Francisco are single, unmarried, no kids, and aren't murderers? He's a catch.
Right.
And then Mia's like,
And
okay,
he's
but
straight.
this is opening up like a world of ridicule for me, for all the kids to embarrass me and talk about me at school. And she's like, oh, you're right. But
I gotta get my freak on.
right.
Get your freak on. So it's another day at school, another morning. It includes Mia being terrible in PE once again. And then after school, she's off to another lesson with her grandmother. And then the final lesson of the day is Leah learning how to dance. And she does dance lessons with Joe. They start off kind of bad, but they end nicely. But my favorite part of this scene is when Joe and Carice share a dance. This is the first inkling that we get of their little romance. And they're liking for each other.
They got the hots for each other.
They got the hots for each other. And they're so fucking cute together.
They are. And they're like really into each other. He's really into her.
Oh,
but
yes.
what I would like to point out is they say in the movie that, first of all, this lady has been experiencing a lot of death. Her son just died 2 months ago. But then they mentioned in the movie that King Rupert, her husband, only died a year ago. Oh. You're moving a little bit too fast with your head of security to say your husband only died a year ago.
You only live once,
because
honey.
It also seems like this isn't like when he pulls her aside to dance. It doesn't seem like this is their first time at the rodeo. Like this has been going on.
He does make a comment. He was like, "You've been wearing black,
too much black lately." But I would have to assume she's wearing black because she's mourning.
Yeah, he's like, girl, the mourning period over. Let's get with me, honey.
But her son died 2 months ago.
I don't think he's talking about the son. If anything, he's talking about the husband.
Nonetheless, she's moving too quickly with her freaking head of security to say her husband only died a year ago. That's not appropriate. It's not.
Okay. So the next day, after school, this movie is just a lot of princess lessons.
Like that's literally all the movie is. That's all we've been talking about.
But these are the best princess lessons. So before Mia heads to another princess lessons, she kind of blows off Lily, and Lily's like, "What the hell? Why can't we hang out anymore? I never see you."
Lily's literally been continuously asking her to hang out, and she's like, "Oh, I have to meet with my grandmother. I can't tonight. I have to meet with my grandmother." And Lily's like, "What the fuck?
What is going on?
I'm sick of this.
You're my only friend."
Lily's crazy.
No, that is annoying. Like, where's this coming from?
Lily is angry.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Not in a good way.
Hate her. Let Lily be upset that her friend can't hang out with her anymore.
Lily's the worst. So,
not Lily. Mia arrives once again to her princess lessons, but this time is a little different from the other times because Paolo
Velasari.
Oh, I thought it was
I was thinking about Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
Paolo Putaneshka.
Yeah.
Putaneshka.
It has arrived, and he's there to give Mia a full makeover, hunty.
Full-blown makeover.
Yes.
So he comes in. He's got his 2 assistants, Helga and I don't remember the other chick's name. And they look hot. I think they would make a great Halloween costume.
They would. You would have to. This very
But you would have to get their dresses 100% accurate and their hairstyles for anybody to get it.
And you would have to have Apollo.
But anywho, so he arrives. He's very eccentric, very loud, very flamboyant. Well, not flamboyant.
European
hairdresser. He tells Clarice he can turn her hideous granddaughter into a beautiful swan. But first, Clarice asks him and his assistants to sign an NDA.
Yes, honey.
And Clarice is like, "Look, I can't stick around. I've got a meeting with like the Prime Minister of Malaysia or something." But Mia, you're in good hands. Charlotte, watch Paolo like a hawk because he's crazy.
So
we have
a little montage.
I love a good movie montage. We love a movie makeover montage.
He's shaping up her eyebrows. He breaks her glasses, so she has to wear contacts.
Her thick hair breaks his hairbrush, and he's pissed about it.
Yeah.
He blow dries her hair. They're perming her hair. The assistants are doing her nails, her toes. She's getting massages. She's getting facials. And then
the reveal.
We are met with the reveal. And he comes up to Clarice and he's like, "Clarice, I, Paolo Putanishka, am the only human being on earth who can go from this." And we see a picture of Mia in like the beginning stages of her ugliness. But she's not ugly.
Yes, she looks good.
She's stunning.
The photo that she has, she looks really good.
Yeah. She does. But he takes a picture of what she looked like before, and he's like, "Only I can take this, and give you this." And they pull back the curtain. We see the new and improved Mia, and she's a princess.
She's gorgeous. She did go from like a 15-year-old to like a 22.
Oh my God. No, literally when they showed it, I was like, "Oh my God, she looks like she's 30."
Right. I was like, "Oh, she grown."
I was like, "She looks like she's 28."
Yeah, she looks really grown.
I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, she grows up.
I was like, "Oh my God." I was astounded at how old she was.
Yeah. She looks very elegant. She's very put together, honey.
But she still looks great. And then Clarice is like much better. Much better. This movie is awful. In the sense of just like how like hideous they make her out to be, and I was like, oh my god, she looks so much better now. No, she was always pretty.
Yes. But now to me, I like to think she's more put together. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Let's get this.
But still, nonetheless. But, so, everyone's like, oh my goodness, let's go get tea now. And Mia has yet to really, she hasn't seen herself yet.
Which is weird.
So she slowly braces herself to turn around in the mirror, and she gets her first look at her new and improved Princess of Genovia look. And she looks kind of unsure about it. She's like, oh, is this the new me?
So Mia, unsure about her new look. But matters get worse when she goes to pick up Lily and Michael to head to school the next day.
So, she pulls up at their house. Michael's like, Lily, the car's here. And he makes his way to the limo. He's the first to see Mia in her new look. Yes. Being the dreamboat that he is just so taken aback by her gorgeousness, her beauty, and he's speechless when he sees her.
He's like, goo goo gaga.
And she's like, do you like it? And he's like, it's different, but like a gorgeous different or something. He's in love with her.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
He is.
And then so after they've like eye fucked each other for the past like 15 seconds, here comes Lily making her way downtown.
She's appalled.
And she's like,
disgusted.
Oh my God, what happened to you? And then Mia's like, you don't like it? You should sue, says Lily. What? She's horrible. She's like literally the worst person ever. She's like, you should sue.
Yeah, this is her worst moment.
And then not your dad died 2 months ago. Why are you still complaining about that? Every moment is her worst moment.
No, I support her.
She's a horrible human being.
No, she's not that bad.
Oh my God, she's
just
a
little.
She's the worst.
She's afraid of losing her friend.
They all pile into the limo, and Lily is still going on.
You used to care more about what was inside your head instead of on it. Come on, Mia, fess up. I don't know where you are these days, and now you're turning into an A-crowd wannabe. You're morphing into one of them. And who knows, next week you could be waving pom-poms in my face. You sold out.
And then she's going on.
It is a lot for like 7 a.m. Like, girl, I just woke up. Like,
right.
Calm down.
And then Mia is just so overwhelmed by the hatred that is spewing from Lily's mouth, and she starts to cry. And Joe sees her tearing up out of the rearview mirror.
So Mia gets out the car, and before they walk off to school, Joe says, "Did I see a tear back there?" And she's like, "It's no big deal." And he says, no one can make you feel inferior without your permission.
And then that's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. And then Mia's like, that's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt.
Bitch. He's like, yeah.
And wonderful then woman. He's like, yeah, a wonderful woman just like yourself. And I think he really, helps chipper her up.
He's really a father figure.
Because after that, she low-key Lily to filth.
Yes. She stands up to her.
Yeah, so Lily is still going on and on and on because Mia, not ready to debut her new look at school yet, decides that she's going to put on a hat.
Like the worst hat ever.
Or
just put in a ponytail.
Right. As a disguise. So, then Lily's like, oh, she's going to put on a hat. Like, that's going to stop everybody from knowing that your hair is done underneath. She's like, they might be, self-involved, but they're not blind.
But like, come on, bitch. Why you put a hat on?
And then Mia has had enough, and she says, Lily, shut up.
I get enough from my mom, my grandmother, and now you leave me alone. Don't hate because your hair is shit and mine's popping.
She's like, just because your hair sucks doesn't mean you have to talk about mine. And then she even says, she's like, I'm tired of you bossing me around. Because what does she do? She bosses her around. Just like when she told that girl, she said, go sit over there. I could not believe she told her that.
Oh my God.
No, when that happened, I was like, are you kidding me? She was like, go sit over there. Like, what the fuck? Why are you talking to her like
They're
that?
yings to the yang.
Oh my God, that was crazy to me.
But yes, she
says. And so Mia's clicking out on her, and is, now they're going back and forth. And Lily's like, you know what? I'm so over you. You've been MIA. We're supposed to be best friends. I know something's going on with you, and you haven't told me anything, and you fess up. What's going on? And she's like, you know what? I'm taking your best friend bracelet that you gave me.
It's going in the dirt.
And it's going in the dirt. And Mia's like, wait, Lily, no, don't do that. And she gives in, and she tells her what's really going on, and Mia reveals to Lily that she is in fact a princess, and
Lily's
royalty.
Yeah, and Lily's excited to hear this news. She's like, "What? I knew something was going on. This is so exciting. Will you be on my show this weekend?"
Yeah, because Lily has some stupid cable show.
Damn,
how does she get a cable show?
Girl, it comes on like Channel 3. I think.
But how do you do that?
I don't know. Like
exactly.
However,
15-year-old kid have a cable show.
I don't know the same way people get like radio shows in college or whatever the hell.
I don't know. But I feel like those just broadcast on like college campuses.
I feel like I don't know. I don't
know. That was something I was really ready to figure out. How does this girl have a cable show?
They probably work with someone at the studio. It probably no one watches
like
it's
cable show. Anywho, she's like, "Can you come on my cable show?" And then Mia's like, "No, I cannot. This is a secret. You are sworn to secrecy. You cannot tell anyone, especially Michael."
Did she say that?
Yeah, she's like, "Can I tell Michael?" She's like, "No, especially not Michael."
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why that was.
I would definitely tell my brother. I'm like, I'm gonna tell him right now.
So, yeah. So they're sworn to secrecy,
Beast
and
they're cool
they walk up to school together as if nothing ever happened.
That's how arguments happen. You get over them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you hate her? So in class, Lana, being the bully that she is, notices that Mia's wearing a hat, and she reminds the teacher that per the school rules, you can't wear hats. It's against the uniform code.
I hate the way she said it.
She's worse.
Like,
I hate her.
There's a rule in the school handbook that no one can wear hats in class, and I don't think anyone should be allowed to break that rule. Do you? It's like, bitch, what?
Also, I feel like the teacher should be like, let me go talk to Mia outside. Like, why are you wearing a hat, girl? Because clearly they're bullying her. Can someone help her out?
Right.
Can someone help her out?
She's being bullied.
Right. And what if she was bald under there from like cancer? Like, come on.
So, yeah, Milana, calls her out for wearing a hat in class because it's against the school rules. And then so the debate teacher, who's screwing Mia's mom, by the way,
no hope,
doesn't help her out whatsoever, and is like, "Yeah, Mia, take off the hat." I'm like,
"You're
fuck you,
you're
boinking my mom, bro." But anywho, so she's forced to take off the hat, revealing that she now has a silk press, and she has said goodbye to the hideous perm that she's had.
Yes, and her eyebrows are
waxed as well.
She looks good.
And people are like, "Oh my God, what happened to her hair? Look who's trying to fit in now. Looks like Loser Freak wants to be part of the A-team. Mia, I love your hair. I think it looks really sweet, Mia."
Only one person says something positive. Only one person.
The black chick,
The black chick, bless her.
Bless her. But
why is everyone such a bully?
They're haters.
It's a lot. It's damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Oh, right.
Oh my God, her hair looks nice. What a loser! Like, what? Jesus.
You loser, you want to be pretty now?
Exactly.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you look pretty?
She got her hair done. Weirdo.
So we're hearing all kinds of opinions from the peanut gallery. And then here comes Lily doing the only decent thing that she's done this whole movie. And then she's like, "Well, I think it rocks." And frankly, Voltaire hair. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about.
She was saying, I'd rather talk about Voltaire than hair.
I guess that's what they were learning that day.
Voltaire, yeah.
But after Lily had her outburst, everyone kind of shut up.
Like,
and Mia thanks her. And Lily
Friendship.
tells her that she is welcome.
The next day, Mia and Michael are walking to school. They're chit-chatting. Michael takes his time to ask Mia,
Y'all saw what I really noticed?
Hang out?
Like, every time he talks, I feel like he's looking up.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he looking at?
I think he's nervous. I like to see it as nerves.
I think he's just high. Like every time. He's never even, you know, when like they were in the limo and like Lily turns to him and she's like, "Am I right?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "What the fuck is he looking at?"
To me, that's
he's
just him
looking
being
at this-
awkward. Like, this is so
he's looking
awkward.
at the ceiling.
He's like, no, shut up. To me, that's just awkwardness.
I'm
But yeah, he doesn't look at her.
angle. I'm just like, what's?
He's cool. He's chill.
He's just always. He's never.
He doesn't like eye contact. He's not there yet. He hasn't figured that out.
Anywho, I like it, but it's just like, but at the same time, like, what is he looking
That's
at?
his acting style.
But anywho, back to them. They're walking, they're talking, and he asks her, he's like, "Hey, what are you doing Saturday?" And she's like, "Saturday, I'm not doing anything." And he's like, "Oh, well,
Nothing at all.
you know, I figured you could come over to like the shop and my band's playing. You can listen to my band play.
Got some new songs.
And then we could also like work on your car together." And Mia's like, "Oh, like a date?" And he's like, "No."
But it's a date.
It's literally a date.
I was confused. I was like, but like she thinks it's a date, and I think you think it's a date. But why can't you call it a date?
Because he's nervous.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed by that. But they're gonna have
But
pizza.
that's where he fucked up.
Yeah,
That's where he fucked up when he said no. Because if he had just said yes, y'all could have been going steady.
right. Because definitely was a date. And then he also mentions that he you know, we can order some pizza. We can eat M&Ms. I'm assuming that's his favorite.
We can eat M&Ms with the pizza.
We have a grand time, and she happily agrees. Boom, bam, bam. It's a date, not a date. You know how it is.
And then Lily emerges and she's like, "Hey guys, wait for me." And she's like running after them. And they all... She's so funny. When the guy turns around, she's like, "No, not you. I don't even know you." So this bitch is crazy.
She's hilarious.
She has so much teenage angst.
She's a perfect. She would do perfectly in New York City.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She would.
Yeah.
That's her city, honey.
So they all meet up, the three of them, and they all are walking into school together. But as they're walking up to Grove High School, which is the name of the high school that they go to, they see cameras, reporters all throughout the front lawn of the campus, and they are all three of them are very confused. And they're like, what's all of this about? What's going on here? Wonder what this could be about. So then Mia takes the initiative to go up to one of the reporters and she says, "Hi, excuse me, sir. What are all you doing here standing around waiting for?" And then Lana, being the disgusting little shit that she is, goes, "There she is. That's her. That's Mia Thermopolis." And then the reporter goes, "We're waiting on you, princess." Click, click, snap, shots.
Oh,
They're going crazy.
Oh my
Mia,
God, no.
Mia, what do you do about pimples? Mia, what is it like being the princess? Mia. And Michael's like, "Lily, why are they calling her a princess?" Mia, how long have you been a princess? What's it like? Mia. The crowd's going crazy.
Crazy.
And then so she's bum rushed by reporters and cameras, but then luckily one of the teachers escorts her inside and she's like, "Let's go, Mia."
Amen. So
that teacher's like at every like debacle. She's there. She's like, "Mia, let's go." She grabs her for literally
Oh,
like
the PE
everything.
coach?
The PE teacher.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, how nice of her.
Yeah, she is nice. She's like she's got like very like strong energy.
Yeah.
I don't want to say masculine, but she's very sure of herself. I like her.
Yeah. She's really pretty too.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So then Clarice. Every time I say Clarice, I think of Hannibal.
Oh.
Because it's her name in the movie.
You don't say.
It is. So Clarice, after hearing this news, shows up to school to speak with her granddaughter about what's going on. She goes
the principal.
and the principal, yes. So she goes into the principal's office and she makes herself at home. And while she's in there, she wants to get down to the nitty fucking gritty. Who spilled the beans?
Because it's all over the papers.
Everywhere.
We see the paper and it says San Francisco's own princess, Mia Thermopolis, and it's a picture of her, and it's a horrible picture, and she's on the cover of the newspaper. And they've got to get down to the bottom of who
done it.
outed her.
Who done
So we're
it.
in a meeting. The vice principal, Sandra O, is in there. Mia's grandmother, Patrick O'Connell, this is speech and debate
Why is he
teacher,
there? Yeah, that's weird.
is boiking Mia's mom.
And then Mia's mom.
Mia's mom's in there,
Yeah.
and Mia.
Yeah.
And Joe. Well, Joe comes later. So while Sandra Oh, I don't know her real name in the movie, but, you know.
Yeah.
She's fawning over, Clarice, and she's like,
Princess.
what's it like being so famous and royal? And meanwhile, Joe emerges, and he emerges with Paulo.
Mhm.
And it is revealed that he is the one who outed Mia.
Now, why would you do that?
Because it was me. It was I, Paulo Polynesian. I was the one who did the hair, the beauty, the for Genovia. He's like going in.
Like, sorry, we could have told everyone else. We could have told them after the fact.
The ball, we could have told them.
No one knew who she was.
Like it's fine. You were gonna get your credit.
Fire him. They should have fired him.
And he was like, there was no money involved. He was like, well, there was a little money involved.
You can't trust him.
And then so now it's revealed that he is the one who did it.
Thanks, asshole. So now the paparazzi are going to be on her ass like grass. So later on of the school day, Maya's out hanging out on the Mia is upstairs hanging out on their like upstairs basketball court, which I always thought was cool. And then Lily comes up, but Lily's like, okay, will you, since everyone already knows that you're princess, will you be on my talk show this Saturday? And Mia says yes, which she's already double booked.
She's already double booked because she's already made plans with
the
Michael.
Date. And it's like you're already fucked up,
right?
Because how it was never gonna help. It was never gonna work.
You weren't. If you wasn't, you were always gonna be on the outs with Lily. Yes. Even if you had made the date with Michael, you wasn't making the cable show.
Yeah, girl. Come on, get us together.
So and then I guess,
Lily runs off.
In the midst of all the chaos.
I guess. But then she forget Lily plans like instantly like that.
Oh, yeah.
she said yes.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. And then Lily runs off in excitement. And then Joe, who's also there, Mia confides in Joe.
Watching her because he's like her security.
Yes. She confides in him that she doesn't want to be princess. And she really doesn't want to do this state dinner, which is like a pre-dinner, which is like a pre-event
like
to the ball.
It's like a baby launch for her.
Yeah, like a baby launch. And she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to go to the dinner. And Joe's just like, just go to the dinner and see how it is. And
he's like convincing her. He's like, no one can run away from being who they are, not even a princess.
Yes.
He's like, you can, take away this title all you want, but it doesn't take away the fact that you're still a princess by blood.
Period.
And then he's like, look, let's just practice.
Right.
Like, walking in and like doing the whole shebang at the party. And so she's like, okay. So they practice, and then that practice slowly segs into the actual night of this dinner.
Yes.
Not the Independence Ball. Just this like, I don't know, diplomat dinner.
It's called the state dinner.
Oh, the state dinner.
Yes.
They got people from Ireland, and the Prime Minister of Genovia is there, and
like a family.
The President of Malaysia is there,
and like a couple who, I guess, if Mia wouldn't have accepted the title of princess, they would have taken over the reins of Genovia.
Yeah, so we've got all kinds of diplomats here at this little party, and she's in this really like cute blue dress. I love the dress that she's in.
Oh, really? I hate it.
Oh my god, I love it so much. It's the color.
The color is pretty.
And her hair is pinned up. I love it.
I don't like the style of dress.
It looks like how they wear their dresses on Bridgerton.
Yes, and I freaking hate that.
I do hate
that. But I like it a little more because it's age appropriate for her.
It's age appropriate.
But them 50-year-olds be rocking that little baby doll look. I'm like, what are we doing?
So ugly. But yeah, she looks really cute. She walks in by herself. She's like introduced to all the famous people. And then Clarice enters as well.
Queen of Genovia.
And then so everyone is seated at the table. Clarice is at the head of the table. I don't know why Mia is not sitting next to her. But Mia's like all the way down at the middle of the table while Clarice is like at the head. Like, so they're like 7 bodies away from each other.
I know the Asian guy must be like the person they're trying to impress or something.
Oh, really?
I think so. Because she keeps looking towards him. And yeah. I think that's the guy they're trying to.
Oh, I thought she was just like trying to make conversation.
I think she's trying to impress him.
Oh,
I think
so all of this is for him.
I think so. But that the white guy sitting next to her,
Scottish guy.
Yeah, maybe he's another someone she's supposed to impress, but he's way easier.
Right. So throughout the dinner, she's just like being her very awkward self. She's sitting next to the Prime Minister of Genovia and his
very nice
wife.
Guy.
Yeah, so candles lit on the table, and she's like playing, I guess, with like the nameplates, the name cards.
Oh yeah.
And she's like playing with it next to the candle, and then the nameplate catches on fire, which catches fire to the gentleman's arm who's sitting next to her. And so now his arm's on fire and he doesn't notice it, but she notices it, and she's like, what do I do? What do I do? She puts his arm into an ice bucket. That doesn't take out the fire. Then she splashes water on him. Then later she gets a brain freeze from some ice cream
Some
that
weird
they
green
eat,
ice cream.
and she acts like a buffoon. And then the guy whose arm she caught on fire apparently is like a drunk.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, he's
his
something.
wife is like going in on him for
Right.
being drunk.
Wash your hands.
If you hear it, you can hear her going in on it. And she's like, you're a miserable drunk.
Oh, did
I'm
she
like,
say
yeah,
that?
She's like going in on
I
it.
I heard when
She's like, you're sloppy
when
and
he
you're
goes
drunk.
when he goes to the bathroom, she's like, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget to wash your hands. I was like, Jesus.
So she's like going in on him, and meanwhile everyone else is like eating a dessert, and Mia drops a freaking grape on the ground.
Yeah, girl, get over it.
For whatever reason, she finds it so important to pick up this grape.
I must clean.
And while she goes and she's bent over underneath the table to pick up the grape, the drunk that she's sitting next to is like, you know what, he's had enough of his wife's complaining. So he gets up and he's like, I'm getting away from you. And so he trips over Mia's body, who's underneath the table, which sends a dessert flying somewhere, which splashes on somebody.
Yeah.
And then something hits a painting, and then grapes land into the Malaysian prime minister's plate, and someone else falls, and then it's just chaos.
Chaotic.
But Clarice, of course, is embarrassed of her granddaughter and her hideous behavior.
No, she's not.
Yes,
she
she is.
wasn't.
And then the Malaysian prime minister,
Yeah.
who they've been trying to impress all night, starts to laugh. And so out of groupthink phenomenon, everybody starts to laugh after him. When at first no one was laughing.
Well, they don't do unless someone else does.
This is true. So Mia is embarrassed, and she's like, was this all my fault? And then the waiters are like, yes, it was.
Yeah, girl.
But it's okay because everyone's laughing anyway.
Yes. So the next morning, Mia heads to see her grandmother for another lessons, and Mia's very much embarrassed with herself with what happened before at the state dinner, but the queen admits to her that she was pretty much fond of her clumsiness and found it endearing, and she suggests that, let's ditch the princess
Duties
today and let's spend some quality time together.
Let's go out and see San Francisco, she
Yes.
says. She tells Charlotte, cancel all my meetings today. I'm going to be seeing San Francisco with the real San Franciscan.
Yes. So they decide to, I believe they're on like a San Francisco pier, and they play like games. They do like that little, what do you call this?
Arm wrestle machine
game. They eat
Zoltar, all that fun stuff.
They eat hot dogs. They they do a photo booth.
Yeah.
Really cute, really cute.
Yeah, all the stuff you would do at a pier. Yeah. So Mia kind of asks her, like, did he always want to be like the king of Genovia? And he was like, and then Clarice is like, yes, except for about 15 years ago when he met this very talented and beautiful artist who's taught him how to think differently and see the world in a different lens.
Your father realized that the love he could have for one person, or even two, could not make him forget the love he felt for his country and its people. It was the hardest thing he ever had to do.
Period.
So they have a wonderful day together.
So Mia's like, okay, do you want the rest of this corn dog? Like, she's like, yeah, do you want the rest of this dog? After she, like, literally told her this life
nice
story,
speech.
she's like, so do you want the rest of this corn dog?
She's like, that's nice.
She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, she's
Sure.
such a teenager.
She is. So, yes, they had a lovely afternoon together. They officially have bonded, and Mia's gone back to school, and at school, the reporters are still there, and we see Lana. I have a false name, Lonnie. We see Lana talking with the reporters, and she's doing the whole, me and me are best friends, and we talk about everything, and I love her.
We go shopping together. We even finish each other's sentences. It's actually really cool.
The nerve of her.
The gall.
You're her biggest hater.
The chutzpah. The audacity. For her to really sit up in that camera face and be like, we finish each other's sentences. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's psychotic.
That is so psychotic. So, anywho, Mia's walking to her locker. Everyone's like, "Hi, Mia. Hey, Mia." She's like, "Oh, hi." "Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hey." She's like very confused as to why people are speaking to her.
They love her now.
Obviously, you're a princess now. So then she's at her locker, and lo and behold, the one and the only Josh Bryant comes to her locker, and he's like, "Hey, Mia." And she's gushing and fawning over him like a nervous schoolgirl. And he's like, "Step into my office, which is a bench." And they sit on the bench, and he's like, "Hey, I hope that whole thing with like Lana this morning about like saying that she was your best friend on TV didn't like freak you out." And she was like, "No, I don't really care." And he was like, "Good, because I broke up with her because of it."
Whoa. That happened like 10 minutes ago, dude.
Right.
You
He's
fast.
like, "I already broke up with her." And he's like, "I really hate people trying to like, pose as something they're not for like 15 minutes of fame. It's really disgusting." And he's like, "But anywho, what are you doing this weekend?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything." He's like, "Do you want to go to the beach party with me this Saturday?" And she's like, "Of course, Josh. You're Josh Bryant."
Triple booked.
She's triple booked now.
Triple booked.
Not only did she have a date with Michael, then she was supposed to get on Lily's cable show.
She don't remember that.
She doesn't even
mention it to
that
Lily.
doesn't even like
Cross her
she
mind.
remembers the date with Michael. But no recollection of the cable show whatsoever. She doesn't even know she committed to the cable show.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She doesn't even know that Lily has a cable show. She doesn't even know who Lily is.
Like
In a perfect world.
Like I have you on the set list. Like this is live.
You're my main show, my main star. Anywho, so Josh asks her to this like big like high school like beach party that they're having. And of course she's like, "Yeah, I'll totally
Hell
go."
yeah.
And he says, "All right, cool, see you there."
Tight.
So she has a date with Josh. And now she has to go break the news to Michael.
Hey Michael, guess what Josh just asked me?
Can I borrow a comb?
No, he asked me on a date Saturday, so I had to squash the date I have with you.
So I was thinking, maybe like I could come listen to your band play like another weekend. And he's like, "Yeah, sure."
What was she thinking?
I don't know.
She didn't even like the fact that she like not even like, "Hey, can we cancel the date?" She was like skipping over. Guess what?
Yeah.
A hotter guy asked me out. Bye.
Literally. Like I thought you were cute, but like this guy I've been obsessed with since like I don't know, birth. So yeah, I have a better opportunity and a better chance here. So I'm really just gonna kick you to the curb.
Hey, she could have.
I hope you're okay with that.
She could have broke the news nicer.
Yeah. It was like not subtle at all.
Not
She could
subtle
have
at all.
lied.
She
That's
could've
what
lied.
she really should have done was like lied. I'm like, "Hey, my grandmother wants me to do something this Saturday," and then he find out that she was lying.
Guess she really thought.
Not her literally be like, "Hey, Josh just asked me out, and I don't care about you." Actually,
To give her the benefit of the doubt, she did ask, "Is this a date?" And he did say,
and
no.
that's where he messed up. If he would have said, "This is a date,"
yeah.
she would have been like, "Okay."
She's like, "I'm hanging out with my best friend's older brother. That's
at
normal."
A garage.
Yeah. Everyone does that.
Like, I don't need to do that.
So, Michael's pissed, but Mia's happy. Hell yeah. So now it's Saturday. It's the day of the beach party.
This party is very elaborate.
It's very nice.
There's like a radio host there. There's like
It's like MTV takes Miami, whatever the hell.
This is how you know this is a very expensive prep school.
Yeah.
Because like this is like the most expensive looking party I've ever seen.
I also thought it was weird that like Michael and Lily weren't going. Like I know like you guys aren't popular, but y'all need to go to this. This seems like fun.
Like, but that's not what they're about.
I know, but like y'all
Lily
need to
is
go.
going to that to see the sun and happiness and joy. Absolutely not.
Neither Michael or what's that boy's name with the red hair?
Michael, Jeremiah,
Philip. Oh, Jeremiah. Yeah, he wasn't
Philip.
going either
because he was too busy being on Lily's show. He's in love with Lily.
Yeah, he is. Okay. But it's the day of the beach party. Mia's talking with her mother. She's getting dressed. She's nervous. She mentions to her mother that she hopes that Josh kisses her, and she hopes that when he kisses her, her foot pops.
And it will be her first official real kiss.
Yeah.
She heads on her way.
And she arrives. So we see a scene of Mia and Josh. They're doing like
They're on like a boat. And they get off the boat, and he's like, "Did you like it?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Great. Most girls are scared." And she's like, "Oh no, I wasn't scared. I've been
Surprising.
petrified to be honest."
Yeah, I'm good.
No, she was scared though.
She was. You think?
Oh no, she was.
Okay.
She was like, "Oh no, I wasn't scared."
They seem to be hitting it off. I don't even know what they would talk about. I guess he seems nice.
But they actually do seem like they're enjoying each other's company.
I guess.
So then, after we see Lana and her flunkies, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this beach party is crazy. They even perform like
A stupid Cupid, stop picking
a
on
very
me.
well rehearsed song,
Yeah.
as if they're like a girl group, and they have like mic. I was like, what is this?
That was in her contract. That was in Mandy Moore's contract. I must perform.
Yeah, I have to sing.
I must remind everyone.
I have to sing one of my songs.
Yes. But yes, that was cute. So after that happens,
It's nighttime.
The sun is set. Mia and Josh are slow dancing. Lana is looking at them in disgust. Cannot blame her. And lo and behold, we hear a helicopter in the distance, and it's getting closer and closer and closer, and boom, Mia, princess, show us your tits. No, but they're like trying to get photos of her, and Mia's like, "Oh my god, how did they know we're here?
How did they find me?
How did they find us?" And then Josh is like, "Come on, let's go hide in this shack."
So they hide in this like beach shack, and they're in there, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, how did they find me, Josh? Oh, I'm so sorry about this." And then he's like, "No, it's fine,
Like
it's okay.
said.
They can't get us in here."
They can't get us.
And then she's like, "Oh, this is just so embarrassing." He's like, "No, look, it's cool, it's fine. At least we have some alone time." And then so, he get a little close on her,
Right.
and then he
Goes
back
in.
up against the wall, and he tries to plant one on her. And then just as he's going in for the kiss, she turns her cheek and she's like, Josh, this isn't romantic.
And she can't pop her foot
She
because
can't pop her foot because it's stuck in a volleyball net. And then
I want it.
she's just like, it's not you. I mean, like, my foot's stuck in this volleyball net. And he's like, no, you're right. And he's like, it's a lot going on. And then he's like, let's just have a seat. And then he's like, in the meantime, how about a foot rub? And then she's like, oh my God, yes, thank you. That would be perfect. Then he props his foot up on her leg. And he's like, no, I was talking about me.
That is the most disgusting thing. Could you imagine trying to rub down a high school jock's foot?
Can you imagine?
Hygiene.
He moments ago,
That big of
he
a narcissist.
was like, let's kiss. And then now he's like, rub my feet.
That big of a narcissist. Was Lana rubbing your feet? Where did you get this from?
Right.
Was that girl
Why
rubbing
do
your
you
feet?
think this is okay?
Was she rubbing your feet? I need to know this.
Had to have been. Can you rub my feet? How about a foot rub?
Does your mom do this? Where are you getting this from?
He smacked it down on it like he was smacking a piece of bacon on a plate.
Right, didn't even take his socks off.
Like,
take my shoes off.
He had sandals on. raw feet.
Disgusting. That'd have been the turn off for me. That'd have been a hell no.
That would have been it for me.
Hell no.
Absolutely
Hell no.
not.
So I'm assuming she did not rip his feet. I hope not, bitch. But they can show us. But like time has passed. Josh looks out the windows and he's like, okay, I don't see the helicopters anymore. I think the coast is clear. Let's go. Let's get out of this shack.
And he's like, maybe we can go somewhere a bit more private.
Or more romantic.
Or more romantic. Yeah, because they're already in somewhere more private.
Yeah.
So they step out of the shack that they are in, but the paparazzis have gone nowhere. They have made it to the roof of the shack. They're hiding in bushes, and as soon as they open that door, they are met with flashes, cameras, Mia, and instantly, as the door opens, she turns around to run back into the shack, but no. Josh grabs her and he says, no, stay.
Ugh.
I was like, oh my God. He grabs her. He was like, no, stop, stay. And then the paparazzis are like, kiss her, plant one on her. And then what does he do? He assaults her. Without consent, he kisses her.
Right.
And then she takes her shoe off her foot and she smacks him over the head. And then they're like, smack him again.
This is
and
too
then
much.
she runs off and she's like, no, get out of my way. Move, all of you. And then the paparazzis, they're like, to Josh, they're like, hey, what's your name? Where do you go to school? He's like, my name's Josh Bryant. I go to Grover High School. And he's getting his 5 seconds of fame.
This must would have be like this, like that. That's how like pop stars are like back in the day. It's just like some photographer got some random shoot, and now it's this whole big story about how I'm a party girl. But it's in reality,
this guy assaulted me, and these girls were bullying me, and.
You guys have just turned the story. And it's super weird because she's 15 and these are like adult, these are like 30-year-olds stalking a 15-year-old, ruining her life, spinning stories.
Literally. So as she's on the run, she's met up by Lana and her flunkies, Lana, Banana, Fantana, whoever. Moana. And before she meets them, they are running with Mia's clothes, and Lana is like, keep up, bitches. And they're like, why do we have Mia's clothes? Are we friends with her now? And then Lana's like, yeah, we hate Josh. And then one of them's like, okay, I'm just very confused on who we like and who we hate. I can't keep up. And then so they run into Mia, and then Mia's like, sorry, I gotta go. And then they're like, no, we have your clothes. You can change into them. You'll be much warmer. And then Mia's like, you want to help me? And then Lana's like, yeah, Josh is a dick. Totally. And then she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then so they bring her into this like very miniature tent.
It's like a changing tent.
Like a changing.
They're designated changing tents.
Tent at beaches. I don't know. And then they bring her into it to change her clothes. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. Y'all are so sweet. So she goes in there to change. Meanwhile, Lana gets the like paparazzis, and they're setting her up.
Yeah.
Which is awful. So she gets the paparazzis, and then she tells them while she's changing into the tent. Lana's like, she's in there. And then, so, on the count of 3, her little flunkies pull back the tent, revealing poor Mia, compromised, half naked.
Right. Just a towel.
With just a towel covering her body. And who is snapshotting the photos? The paparazzi. It's terrible.
I think they should have got expelled.
No, literally, I would have like had their heads. I'd be like, I can behead you in my country. And guess what? You're getting beheaded.
Come visit me in Genovia.
Like literally, I would have made it I would have killed them.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up. She's like, 15. Also, this is child pornography.
At this point, yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but I know it when I see it. And that's what this is.
That's what this
is. That's a child nude. And you guys are standing around taking photos of her?
We keep on hearing no comment, no comment. Do you have a comment? That's what the reporter says too. Sorry. Anywho, so.
Not a good day for my Mia.
So, of course, this makes the front cover of the San Francisco Times. And
Mia, party girl.
Clarice is met with anger as she is sitting in front of her granddaughter, and she puts the newspaper in front of her, and she says, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and you have 2. She has 2 pictures of herself on the cover of the newspaper. One of her kissing Josh, and the other one her half naked with a towel around her body. And Mia's like, I'm very sorry. I know I embarrassed the family, didn't I? And then Clarice is like, I mean, not to put a fine point on it, but yeah, you did. You sure did.
And then she also says, like, it's a good thing that you're not going to be princess.
And then she's like,
ouch.
Yeah, she's like, I think it's a smart idea that you're giving up, the title of being a princess.
Damn.
And then Mia's like, and I guess I just won't go to the ball then. And then Clarice is like, no, you're still family. You should go to the ball. Your mom's going to be there. All your guests are going to be there. You should still go. And then Mia's like, okay.
And she like walks out like a real sad puppy dog face.
And then she's like, I am sorry. And she's like, okay, yeah, whatever, get out. Okay. And then enters Joe.
Joe's like, whoa.
And then Joe's like, hey now. I think you were really harsh on her.
That was a lot.
You were doing a lot. It wasn't her fault. That boy Josh was using her for his 15 minutes of fame, and those other 3 girls weren't much help either.
Right.
Lana, Fantana, Banana, whoever.
And Joe was like, can I remind you that not only is she a 15-year-old girl, she's also your granddaughter, and you did a lot just now. And he's basically suggesting that she like acted way too harshly. And Cadiz is like, maybe you're right. And then they both agree that Mia would make a great princess.
Yeah. She's
A
like,
fine
do you think that she could actually do this? And he's like, without a doubt. And she was like, I thought so too.
So the next day at school, everyone is making fun of Mia. The whole school is just one big bully at this point.
Like, oh my
Up
God.
and down. They were just on her
so much torment.
Yes. And they were just up her punani when she
literally
was a
everyone
cool
was like,
princess.
I know Mia. Hey, Mia. Mia and I are best friends. Now it's, look at Mia Thermopolis.
Yeah. She kissed a guy. Weird.
Right. And now she's being slut-shamed
Yeah.
at school.
She just got a boyfriend for 5 minutes, and now she's a whore. Jesus. So Mia tries to outrun all these, mean comments. She heads upstairs to the top of the basketball court thing and finds Lily playing basketball solo dolo. And she goes to talk to Lily, who is mad at her for not only missing her
Cable show,
but for also breaking her brother's heart. How dare you stand up my brother?
That?
Yeah, and you broke my brother's heart.
Oh, I missed
She
that
says
part.
that. And then Mia tells her, I'm sorry, a lot's been going on. I didn't mean to. I'm a failure. And the last thing she says is like, I don't plan to be a princess anymore. So all of this won't be a problem for me anymore.
Lily's like, what? You're not going to be a princess anymore? And she's like, no. And then she's like, why? And she was like, why do you care? And she's like, because I wanted you to be a princess. And Mia's probably just as confused as I am. Because she was like, I can't tell. And then she was like, look, the green, what do they call it? Jealousy? The green monster? I don't know. The big green monster took over and I was jealous and I was scared that I was losing my best friend.
Yes.
And that you were going to become popular and forget about me. But you have to be a princess. This is so cool. This is so amazing. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You've got to do it.
Right. And then she's like, you can use your platform to like change and do good.
And she was like, do you know how many people my cable show reaches? 12.
Word
Having
bitch.
so much to say, but no power sucks. But you could have all the power in the world and enlighten so much change. You've got to be a princess. You've got to do it.
I think
And then Mia's like, oh.
that was the best point she made. Or the only good point that she made in this whole thing. And then at this point, Lily and Mia reconcile. Mia doesn't agree to be a princess, but she does invite Lily to the ball and hope that she comes. And at first Lily's like, but then she's like, okay, of course I'll come. What should I wear? We're besties again.
These two are so up and down.
So we're still at school. And now we see a much more confident Mia in gym class. She's up to bat. So Josh is in the field. He's like, everyone pull on in. She's not going to hit the ball. She sucks. And then Mia's, probably her best teacher ally, the PE coach.
Right.
PE teacher is like, Mia, you can do this. It's not a
She's
championship
like,
game.
I don't want to fail you.
I don't want to fail you.
You've got to hit this ball. I just need you to hit it once. And then you can pass Jim.
Yes. And at first Mia's like, oh, I don't know. But then she sees Josh like making fun of her. She's like, you know what? I can do this. So she hits the ball. Doesn't go too far, but it perfectly goes into Josh's ball sack. He hits the ground. Mia takes off running, hits first base, second base, third base, and
By the skin of her teeth.
by the skin of her teeth, she makes it home. She gets the field goal. What do you call it?
She passes Jim.
Yeah, she passes Jim. She gets.
She makes the home run.
She makes a home run. She
And
passes
Josh
him.
is on the ground
Yes.
with his family jewels no longer intact.
Ha ha ha. And then that night, Mia is chilling, relaxing. She's doing some skincare, and Michael stops by to drop off the finished Mustang, which
The keys to her vehicle, to her baby.
right really needs a lot of work.
Yeah, just stop driving her car.
Yes. But Mia's like, okay, Michael, I don't know if you got all my calls and whatnot, but I've been trying to call and
I called
apologize.
you 7 times.
And I don't know if you got those. And he's like, yeah, whatever.
And he's like, look, I just dropped off the keys.
Yes.
That's what I'm here. Like, they're literally talking over each other.
yeah.
And
They are. That whole thing, they're like talking at the same
she's like,
time.
I called you 7 times. And he's like, look, I
I
just
took
came to
the
drop
keys,
off the
yeah.
keys and the car's done. And Mike said if you needed
And
any
you
more
didn't
help.
call me back.
But she
I'm
didn't
so
call me
confused.
back, and I called you 7 times. And if you need any more help, just come to the shop. But I'm just here to drop off the keys.
Oh, great.
And
He
then
is hard. Like, he don't play no games,
he
girl.
is
Boundaries.
done with her. He's like, I'm literally here to not say it again, but I'm here to drop off the key and go.
Hate to do that to you, but.
And then she's like, well, hey, like, I'm really sorry about everything that happened about, Josh and, Saturday not being able to make it. And he's like, it's fine. Like, I don't care. He's like literally giving her the coldest of shoulders. And then she's like, well, I really, I want to make it up to you. And he's like, and how would you go about doing that? And she goes, well, the Independence Ball is coming up and, Lily's going, she's going to wear a dress and, I want you to, go with me. It might be fun. I'm going to wear this really pretty gown and you could dress up, but you don't have to, you could wear sweatpants for all I care. Right. And he's like, Josh looks better in a tux. And then she's like, well, I really don't want to go with Josh. I really just kind of want to go with you. And he's like, why? And then she's like, oh my God.
He's really like, damn, like, come on.
He's like literally just so soulless with her. And then he's like, look, I'm fine. Like, don't worry about me. He said something about like, I'm just an empty royal flush.
Yes, some kind of weird thing.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Royal flush is good, but he's empty. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. We don't play poker. Okay. And then he just walks off and he leaves.
Okay, dude. Oh, let's see where we. So the next day at school, this is the scene with the blowhorn and the ice cream.
So Lily's out there in the courtyard. Protesting about, I don't know, seagulls or some crap.
I think of what,
or save the whales, something. Some
at every time.
Some hippie stuff, or PETA, don't eat meat, whatever. So Mia goes up to her and she's like, hey, Lily. And then Lily tells her, hey, go over there and sit by Jeremiah. I'm almost done.
She didn't say it like that.
Insert it in there. Insert it in there. To follow, here's what she actually says, and here's the tone. Go sit over there. I'm with Jeremiah. Go sit over there by Jeremiah. I'm busy. It's literally how she says it.
Hello. Hi. Go sit by Jeremiah. I'll be there in a minute. Okay.
Anyway. So, and Lily, after she tells her that, Mia's like, okay. So Mia goes over there. She sits by Jeremiah. They're talking. Jeremiah, sweet as a button. So adorable. He's like, you want to see a magic trick? And she's like, no.
He's looking at his portfolio. I'm like, do you have assets?
Right. I'm like, portfolio of what? Your magic?
I don't know what.
I didn't understand.
I don't know what he's got going on there.
So then, of course, here comes Lana, Fontana, Banana, and Sarah, the three mean girls. And they're making fun of Mia and Jeremiah. And they're like, oh my God, look, the perfect nerd couple. Mia and Jeremiah. And then Jeremiah has on, which is hideous, this very hideous sweater. And they're making fun of his sweater. And Lana's like, but look, Jer, I was wondering, me and my friends thought, did you buy that sweater or did like the knitting factory just blow up?
Oh, whoa, burn.
And then he has like bright red hair and they start making fun of his hair and they're like, your hair is blinding my eyes.
They don't give up.
They're like, first the sweater, now his hair. Like,
I would hate to be bullied by girls because I can't even fight you. Like, if I was a guy, I'm like, what?
All he really had to do was call him fat. And that would that would send them spiraling.
You're fat and your hair's thin, bitch.
So Jeremiah's just sitting there taking it like the sweet baby angel he is. And then the girls get up and they walk away. And then Mia's like, hey, Lana. And then Lana's like, what? And then she's just like, Lana, your uniform is so pretty and so clean. You must keep it so nice. And she's like, of course I do. And Mia has 2 like scoops of ice cream in her hand, like chocolate and vanilla. And like raspberry. And then she's like, yeah, you keep your uniform so clean and neat, Lana. I don't know how you do it. It must really suck if you were ever to get a stain on it. And then she shoves her ice cream all over her. And she rubs it in. And then she's like, oh my God, Mia Thermopolis, you are a freak. And Mia's like, yeah, you're right. And I'll probably grow out of that one day. But you, Lana, you will never stop being a jerk.
Period.
And she walks off. And then Lana turns to Vice Principal Sandra Oh. And she's like, Sandra Oh, did you see what she just did to me? And she's like, oh no, honey, I was in a meeting. Send it out for dry cleaning.
I was like, damn, why are you beefing with
I know. I was
With
like,
the
yeah,
kids.
not you beefing with the popular kids.
But maybe she's Team Princess, which makes sense because the way she was gawking over Curtis. So.
Yeah.
Also, if I had a princess in my school, the last thing I would do is be mean to her. But, you know, to each his own.
Oh, literally.
I'd be like, I mean, I might not be up her ass, but I'm definitely not going to be mean to her.
For sure.
Especially she's a sweetheart. A sweetie sweetheart. Okay, so now it is the day of the big ball. Clarice has stopped by Mia to present her a present. It's a journal that her father wanted to give her on her 16th birthday. And even though it is a couple weeks earlier,
2 weeks before her 16th birthday.
yes,
She's giving it to her now.
Yes, she thinks it's very important, and yes.
Because she's leaving the day after tomorrow.
All right, after the ball, she's out of here.
She's going back to Genovia.
And then Clarice also apologizes to Mia for scolding her earlier and tells her that she thinks that she would make a great princess.
And she says she didn't have all the facts. And Mia's like, it's okay. And she's really appreciative that her grandmother brought her this diary that once belonged to her father.
And then Mia also says, because they get on the topic of the whole princess thing, and Mia says she still doesn't want to be princess, and she has this big fear of disappointing the people of Genovia, and she can't take that on. And
she's also especially scared of disappointing her grandmother.
Because she's just amazing, and you can't live up to this beauty. And I understand, girl, because that is...
Girl, hell no, I'll ride that wave. Come on.
Huh?
I'll ride that wave. The diamonds, give me the pearls.
We'll figure
I'll
this out.
figure it out.
We'll figure this out, hunty.
And then Clarice says again, she was like, well, like I said, I think you would make an amazing princess.
Mm-hmm. But
and then they look at each other and they like hug for like the first time.
Yes. But before Clarice leaves, she tells Mia, oh, by the way, since you won't be accepting your title as princess, I would like for you to make that announcement in front of everyone at the ball tonight. And Mia's like,
yeah, she was like, you gotta give a speech. And she was like, a speech. She instantly has like this big old anxiety ball cloud hovering over her head. And she's like, I can't give a speech. And she's like, you have to.
And then the grandmother is like, okay, I'll send Joe to come pick you up. And then Mia's like, no, my mom's going to bring me because she's always wanted to bring me to a ball. So, but we know that she's clearly lying because we know that she's...
in that moment, I did not know she was lying.
Oh, she like, I think she crosses her fingers behind her.
She's doing something with her hair.
Yeah. But she's lying, and she has no intentions of going to this ball. She has no intentions of making this speech. She wants to run away to avoid the speech, girl. So that night, it's the night of the ball. Mia has got her bag. She is packing while everyone at the ball is arriving, and they're waiting for Mia to arrive. And I think it's the secretary. What's her name? Charlotte, who goes up to Joe, and she's like, should you be picking up Mia right now? And then Joe's like, well...
Clarice told me that she was riding with her mom.
And
then Charlotte's like, her mom's been here for the last, 30 minutes. And then Joe's like, she's gonna run.
Why does he think that? So Mia is
right.
Right. Mia's back.
We see her packing her shit up.
So Mia has packed her shit up. She's ready to go. She plans to go to Colorado so she can climb real mountains. And at this point, she has opened her father's journal. And at first, she didn't notice, but a letter fell out, and she has a cat.
She's a cat that we have not mentioned this whole film.
She has a cat. His name is Fat Louie. And he sits on the letter. So, by the time she's ready to go, she moves Fat Louie, and then she sees the letter, and she opens it, and it reads it. It's from her father. But he's basically saying that don't be fearful of being a princess. The
brave might never live long, but the fearful don't live at all.
There you go.
That was so poetic. I was like, that's a good one.
It was beautiful. So he's basically and it motivates her to
put on her big girl panties and go to that ball and give a speech.
Yes.
And then she's like, okay, Louis, never mind. We got a ball to go to. So she gets her stuff in order. She goes out to her car. It's raining.
It's pouring raining. It never rains in Southern California.
I know. Well, that's not really. It's like central.
I don't know. I'm just singing the song.
Southern,
yeah.
It's raining. So she goes outside. It's raining.
Pouring.
She's like, oh, great. So then she, her car is a convertible. The top's down.
She leaves it down? That's so stupid to me.
So I think it was covered though.
Stupid to me.
Still, yeah.
Why would you just leave your car uncovered?
But it was covered.
Right.
The top was down.
It was covered with a piece of plastic. But why would you just leave your top down all the time? I don't know.
Because it's California.
I guess.
So it's raining. The top is down to her convertible. She tries to go put the top up. The car's a piece of shit. So it's not coming.
Did he fix it? Did he fix it?
What did you pay this $400
What did you do?
It's the car.
What does it do?
Get a new mechanic.
What is the new thing that it does now? What wasn't it doing before? What does it do now? Because I can't.
You off every time you go.
Because it doesn't do
so
anything.
she gets in the car, that cover doesn't come on, and the car is barely running. And like she gets like half an inch every like 2 minutes, and it's like stopping and starting and stopping and starting. She's like, "Come on, baby, come on!"
Let's
and
go.
she's trying to get to the ball. Meanwhile, over at the ball, everyone's like, "Where's Mia?
Where's Mia?" The press
Clarice
is looking for
like,
her.
The press is waiting, and then Charlotte keeps on coming up to her. They're like, the press thinks that they won't meet their deadlines. Oh, no. And then Clarice is like, okay, I'll give her 15 minutes, and if she isn't here in 15 minutes, I'll make the announcement. Meanwhile, back to Mia. The car's putting. She's trying to get up the hills. The hills are hilling. She really can't get up there. And then so eventually she makes it up to the hill and the car stops completely.
It's raining. It's pouring.
And she ultimately at this point looks like she's given up and she starts to cry.
Girl, in my head I was like, why don't you just walk there?
How far is it?
I don't know. I know earlier she was saying that the hill they were going up to is on the way to the embassy. And I'm assuming she's going up that same hill.
Oh.
So I'm just like, instead of doing
that.
Absolutely nothing, could you just not walk? Could you not walk for 30 minutes?
Just because like that hill is right there doesn't mean it's like, oh, you get at the top of the hill and there it is.
But I think they're close enough. I don't think it would be. I think it would be like a 30-minute walk.
Man, you're maybe right.
Because she just gave up. She's like, fuck it.
I would have gave it up too. Shit. I don't want to.
She should have just called Joe. I'd be like, Joe, come pick me up. What else is he doing?
Well, good thing that we have Joe.
Right.
Because Joe, he is on the way to go rescue her. He stops by her house. She's not there. He talks to her neighbor. He's like, where is she? He's like, she went that way, then that way. He's like, thanks. He follows that direction and boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Joe has found her.
Thank you, Joe, for doing your due
diligence.
diligence.
While she's sitting in the car crying and singing a song.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Never let it fade away.
And then so Joe pulls up. He honks the horn at her. She pops her head up and she sees that it's him. And she's like, oh, thank God. And she goes to him and he's like, are you trying to run away? And she's like, me run away? No, I'm going to a ball. And they kiss. And they get in the car. On the cheek.
Like a good father.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at her father for not being there. It doesn't even make sense.
That's so crazy to me
that Joe has to be her father
daddy.
figure.
Right.
Great addition, but
right.
Could have just been her dad.
Could have just been present in her life.
Could have wrote a letter.
How hard is that?
Huh?
Just stop by a birthday.
Yeah.
Once a year. She can still know that you're not royalty.
Right. Yes.
Like,
you can figure this out.
Like her not seeing you.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Could have figured this out, dude. We could have met in like Rome or something. I don't know.
Right.
Okay, anyway. So Mia has finally arrived to the ball. She enters through the kitchen. She's soaking wet. Joe and the assistant, what's her name? Charlotte are like, okay, girl, you don't have time to change. You need to go up there to make your announcement because Clarice is already up there at the podium thinking that you don't want to be princess, and she's about to make the announcement that you are not going to be princess. So Mia makes it just in time. She interrupts her grandmother and she's like, I have arrived. And Clarice is very happy to see her wet granddaughter, and she beckons her on stage. Mia makes her announcement.
But then I thought, if I cared about the other 7 billion out there instead of just me, that's probably a much better use of my time. See, if I were Princess of Genovia, then my thoughts and the thoughts of people smarter than me would be much better heard, and just maybe those thoughts could be turned into actions. So this morning when I woke up, I was Mia Thermopolis. But now, I choose to be forevermore Amelia Mionette Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Genovia.
It's just if I was a civilian in the country of Genovia, I would not be sold as our future leader. I'm like, this is.
I feel like that's what the second movie is about.
I was like, this is. I'm
This
not
is
sold
what?
on this. Right. I'm like, what?
I mean,
So
she's
does
only
anybody else
15.
hear?
She's
talking
only
about how she only thinks about herself ever.
no.
That was half the speech.
But she's 15.
I don't care.
But she broke out of that, and
I was
that's
like,
why she's 15.
I wouldn't. I don't know.
She broke out of it, but she was basically saying like, yeah, I only was thinking about myself, but that how selfish have I been? And she decides to be Princess of Genovia. Everyone's happy. Her grandmother's happy. They put a crown on her head. She goes to change. What's his name? Paolo has arrived to do her hair.
Why they act like he the only one that could do her hair?
See, in my head, he would be the one that you would trust to do her hair because he's like, but he can't be trusted. So I don't know why we're picking him.
So why are we still calling him?
I mean, now he made her. I guess he probably owes us one. I'm not paying you for this one. I don't know.
I don't even think
he's in town.
To be allowed. He's in
town. I don't know.
In town. So the party has started. We're in the ballroom. Everyone's getting ready to dance. And Mia is in her gown, which I love.
I love this gown.
So cute.
Gorgeous.
I read it was modeled after some princess's gown.
Oh, okay.
But
I'll buy it.
She's getting to walk down the aisle or walk down the.
She's going to start. Her and her grandmother start the dance.
Yeah, they start the dance
sequence.
So the prime minister starts to dance with Clarice, and then Mia is looking around the ballroom looking for Michael, and she's like searching. She doesn't see him, and she's like, oh fuck, he's not gonna be here. And then just as she's like just about to like give up, emerges Michael.
You better,
we forgot about the.
So earlier, the reason why he's here,
yeah,
is that she sent him a pizza, and in the pizza
it had M&Ms on it that said sorry.
Yes, and he's like, I love pizza, I love M&Ms, and this is what we were supposed to do on our date Saturday: eat pizza
with M&Ms. So he goes to her, and so now he's at the ball, his hair slicked back. And he comes up to her, and they dance. She tells him to bow.
Bow. I love that part. She's like, bow.
So he bows, and they dance. And then, I love how he wicks her away. I thought that was so cute. He's like, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
And they dance for like a couple seconds. He's like, all right, let's get out of here. And
he's like, I'm too chill for this.
He's
I
like,
can't.
I'm actually way too chill and cool for this.
Let's go hang out outside.
Yeah, and smoke a doobie. So they go outside to the garden that Charlotte has been working hard on.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte.
And then so he instantly said, I was like, can y'all have like a conversation before we get to the nitty gritty? And then he asked her, why me? I was like, are you kidding me? You've literally been obsessed with her this whole movie. What do you mean, why you? Y'all are in love with each other.
Well, because she could have anyone. She's a freaking princess. Why me? I'm just nobody.
I thought that was a weird question of him to ask. Why me?
I kind of got it.
No.
Because I feel like one of the reasons why he was so upset, because clearly he was probably jealous of Josh, and he just, in his head, he's probably like, well, Josh is probably more of a prince type than I am.
He said it like, he was like asking her, she was asking him to marry her. So I'm like, he just asked you to damn ball.
Well, they probably just wanted her to say, because you saw me when I was invisible.
Right.
Because they want to teach girls and boys, that's what you need. Someone who's always loved you, not just when you're pretty.
So he's like, why me? And she replies to him, because you saw me when I was invisible.
Hell yeah.
And then she starts to ramble, and she's like, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's not like I'm a completely different person. And yeah, I'll probably have to move to Genovia, but I'm still going to finish school. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still the same person.
He's like,
and he's like, shh, don't talk anymore.
Shut the fuck up.
And he kisses her. He plants one on her. And
her foot pops.
He plants one on her.
Okay.
Her foot pops. And as her foot is popping, she turns on the lights to the garden and the light switch to the fountain. And everything starts to twinkle. The fountain from the water from the fountain starts to spew. And it is like the most romantic.
It's beautiful.
Ever. And it is beautiful. And they kiss for a really long time.
And not only do they have a romantic time, Carissa and Joe seem to get more romantic.
Which is not appropriate.
Helen also brought the debate teacher to this function.
Yeah, freaking O'Connell.
You know, when I never, like, that was another thing I never noticed, is that she was dating. I never paid attention to that.
Oh.
I never paid attention to that.
I never noticed that it happened in the, like, they started dating in the, I thought she was always dating him.
Yeah, I didn't
I didn't
catch
notice that it happened, like, in the middle of the movie.
I don't remember that little tidbit. I was like, oh.
Because I remember, I was like, oh, they're dating him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the teacher. Oh, they're dating.
Yeah.
But I just thought they were dating the
whole time.
Yeah.
I never paid attention to that.
So, yeah. So we have a great moment. Her foot pops now. Cut to, we're back at the party. It's dance party hour now. Everyone's cutting a groove. And now Mia is narrating the end of the film.
Yes.
And she is talking about how her life has changed. And now she'll be moving to Genovia. And her mom's going to move with her.
The next scene, we see her like on a private jet flying there.
Yes. And she's saying how Lily and Michael are going to spend the summer there with her.
In her palace.
She's so excited, and she'll be meeting with Parliament, and Joe's never far away. We see Joe in the background on the plane with her. And Fat Louie is sitting next to her, and then we look out. Well, she looks out the window, and she sees her new home. It's like this really nice castle.
Princess, look out the window.
And
welcome to Genovia. Miracles happen once in a while when you believe. What a fun movie.
What a great film.
It is fun.
Some
and
of
I
it
do
doesn't
love
make any sense, but
Anne Hathaway is just really good. I love me some Anne Hathaway, Lord.
God, I love Anne Hathaway.
So
she
cute.
is America's sweetheart.
Anne Hathaway and what's the old lady's name? Sorry, Clarice's name? Remind me. Mary Poppins.
I was about to say Mary Poppins. Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews. Great. She's still alive?
Yes.
Amen.
She voices Bridgerton.
That's her? I did not know that.
Yes,
Bridgerton.
Jordan.
Professor
You can't tell.
Whistledown.
Lady, what did you?
Lady, what is it? Lady
Whistle. I don't know. You watch
Lady
the show, don't you,
Whistledown.
dude?
I don't know. Every time I hear that, I always say
Are
it
you?
like,
Are you trying to be the black lady right now?
no, I'm being the voiceover.
Oh, why are you shaking your shoulders?
But whenever
like
I
that?
hear it, in my head, I say it as a bounce. Lady Whistledown.
Why?
I don't know. Lady
That's why I thought you
Whistledown.
were being the black lady, because the black lady like shakes when she walks.
Ouch! No, I wasn't. I wasn't doing that.
I thought you were making fun of the disabled.
No, I wasn't doing that. I always like to, whenever she says Lady Whistledown, I always say it with a flair.
Oh, I see.
But
Well,
yes.
this has been fun. I really have to pee, and I have to get other things in order. So
Yeah, that's okay. Say goodnight.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
This was fun. We love Princess Diaries. See y'all next time.
Bye.